I feel like that's probably good. I'd rather get rid of this stuff at the top, though, if I can. Get a little more listing up here. Probably don't need as much on this side either. We'll probably put a better ratio on this. You have a cup to catch everyone's salty tears. I am so excited to see people complain. I am so excited. I haven't even done a Just Chatting stream in God knows how long. This is not my usual affair. Yes, Magzors, thank you for gifting that sub to our good friend Laz. I appreciate that. And Laz, welcome aboard, my friend, and enjoy them. Thanks, Mags. All right. Games played tier list. All right, just making sure I got everything I need here. All right, so below we have an image for every game that we played for any amount of like decent time. So there were a bunch of games that either I didn't beat or we played for more. I'm sorry, there were a bunch of games we beat, and then there were some games we played for like 2 hours. And if I played them for a couple hours, I tossed them on here anyway, just because why not? But the stuff that was like 15 minutes that I didn't complete, I was like, there's no point in that. I'm not even gonna remember that. And frankly, some of these games I don't even remember. So I might have to take some brief ganders and just see what they were so I can kind of jog my memory. There was one on here that I read and I was like, wait, what? I beat that? So yeah, my memory is never fantastic. So we'll just, we'll start at the top, I guess. Yeah, start at the top. Where's James Pond? Yeah, see, James Pond was one of the ones that I didn't spend a whole lot of time on, so I don't know. I don't think I needed to do that one. All right. And this is going to be a non-meme list, by the way. This is for how much I genuinely enjoy these games. So you'll see some actual insight. This is not like it was fun to stream. It was a game I enjoyed. So, all right. Let me think about this one here. This one here's Armored Core, which was gifted to us by old mate Watson this year. We did not finish it, but I did play it for a couple of days, and I got pretty damn far. I did have fun with this game, but it got tedious and frustrating. So for me, it's not an ideal game. Things might shift around. I'm leaning between A and B for it right now. It's like I kind of want to see some of these other games and where they land, and then I might readjust. Tedious, repetitive, maybe was the better word. Too hard. No, it was that one level that pissed me off because I just kept running out of ammo. And I tried switching up strategies, but I think you guys told me there were 2 paths, and I went down the harder one or something. Yeah, I wish I could have put another tier in here. I didn't see an option to. So if it's C, it's mediocre. I guess we'll explain that, okay? So S tier are going to be games that truly stand out. In fact, I could put Baldur's Gate 3 in there right now, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. These are going to be games that I absolutely adored, that I think everyone should get into. A are going to be games that were a really good time. B are going to be games that were pretty good. C are going to be games that are, you know, whatever. They're like, what? So let's say exceptional. Good. We can switch this up. Pretty good. You don't have to like the game, Woogie. It's a matter of fun for me, though. Not great. How about, like, not great? I don't even want to have that. I feel like this is going to be the category for dumpster fires. And maybe as we go about this, we can set this up a little bit better. Meh. Try meh. Pretty good is better than good. What? No. Excuse me, Addy? Where did you pick up that lie? All right, I'm going to say this one was pretty good for now. I might decide to shift it up. How terrible? Shit would be terrible. So this, I don't know. I did enjoy it. I'm kind of torn. If we had more nuance, I'd probably put this between Armored Core between good and pretty good. I'm not a huge action combat guy. So for me, it's not gonna hit. But I thought the game was beautiful. There was great variety. The mech customization was fantastic. Dumpster Fire was initially what I called shit, but I decided to rate it in a little bit. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. That's correct. We're gonna need some quick music here too. Maybe we can find some like royalty-free music. The fuck is this? $10 hours? 10-hour gaming music. Let's do the lo-fi hip-hop no copyright cafe. Is this cringy? I just don't want it to be silent in the background. Because otherwise, you're just going to hear Mangs getting upset over all my game choices. Resident Evil basement music. Yeah. Oh, man. This one's going to be tough. Okay. So I really liked Aliens Dark Descent. I did not like the ending. The game was beautiful. It was a franchise that I loved. It didn't overstay its welcome too far. The final level was bad. I'm going to put it in good for right now. I might move it up to exceptional as we go. But I think good is a better place than exceptional. I feel like exceptional needs to be really standout. But then again, how many exceptional games exist? Alright. This is totally softcore porn music. Shh. No. No. Good's a gooder place? Yeah, not many. Which means the bulk is going to be... And that would make sense. It'd be like a parabola flipped on its side. What is that? Relaxing cafe. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Hold on. Let me switch this up here real quick. Is this still on the right window? All right, still on the right window. And how long is this? This is 2 hours. That'll have to do. I'll loop it just in case. Only a few that's making... Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think I agree with you. I sort of want to change this up and go grab the exceptional games. We'll just keep pushing as we go. I'm hoping Feta Fist is not here, because Altered Beast is next. This is what people who don't ride elevators think they play in elevators. God, I wish they played music in elevators. What's up, 2B? So I like how short Altered Beast is. I'm not sure if that's a testament to it being a good or bad game, though. I'm going to put it in pretty good. It's a fun aesthetic. It's an entertaining enough beat-em-up, but it's super fucking janky. The attack ranges are bizarre. If you grew up with Altered Beast, you probably love it. Yeah. That sounds about right for me. All right, these are going to be a little tougher. Amanda the Adventure, I do remember. I remember this being a pretty good horror game. And I don't mean like this pretty good. I mean that like good. Maybe I should even switch these up. Like it should just go from pretty good to exceptional. All right, we'll leave this. This sounds better than decent. I think I'm going to put Amanda in the good category because Amanda was... It had a lot of neat puzzles. It was definitely an indie game. Yes, I did co-op Altered Beast with Feta a little bit. Okay, I mean, if it's not pretty good, I think people are going to get upset when I put a lot of games into it. All right. I don't think so, Addy. No, definitely not. Like, if you told me something was shit or pretty shit, I would think that shit would be worse. Shit means it's literal feces out of someone's asshole. Pretty shit means it's got elements of being feces from someone's asshole, but there's more than just that. Otherwise, it would just be shit. That's gonna be your hill to die on. If you grew up with Altered Beast, your dementia will kick in and you'll forget the negative things. Amen. Thank you, Dignan. That sounds about right, Makers. I like that. Make a tier list of tier categories. We'll do that one next. Anyway, Amanda, I don't remember the actual outcome. Okay, I do. There were a couple endings. There were some spooky things. There were some cool technical things that I think that's a good game. This one I was a little bit less in. What was this one called? Like Cranberry's Apple Farm or something? Micers got me. It was okay. I probably wouldn't play Amanda or Alien again, so that's not going to be my only metric for okay. You do see Fears to Fathom in there. You do. But yeah, and I think there's some games that just... They can be amazing, but you don't want to play them again. So I don't like that so much as a metric anymore. But I felt like the Apple one was a little more gimmicky, but it was still fun. I don't regret playing it. I think meh is going to be kind of regret playing it. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. What's up, you hacked? Welcome. And by the way, for anyone that wants in Discord, you can do the same list. So if you want, it's in the announcements section. You can get on the same list here. All right, Arcus Odyssey. Okay. Let's say it's okay. This was a recent Sega game we played. Because it's Sega, you would assume it goes in shit. Any Sega game, this is another thing we can put on here. Anytime a Sega game is not in the shit category, that's like +2. So Altered Beast and Arcus are probably exceptional Sega games, which puts them okay by every other standard. Okay and meh. Yeah, well, okay is like, yeah, that was okay. Meh is like, how'd you feel about that? Meh. You know what I'm saying? Would it help if I just did A, B, C, D, and F? Is that what you want? This is why you don't put names on titles, because everyone has everyone puts in a different interpretation. Shit slash dumpster fire slash F minus. How about that? We'll really drive it home. Now this one right here, Bad Ben, surprisingly good. Okay, it was fucking funny. It was really funny. Oh, you know what? Real quick, before we do that, can you guys see this? You can. Okay. Arcus Odyssey. I don't really want to do the I should have just done the other one. I'll show you a little bit of the game, Dignan, so you can remember. That was this guy. This doesn't look great, though. I would need different screens for this, I think. But, yes, this guy here. Maybe you would remember a scene like this one. If I shift it over at all, it's going to fuck the other screen up. But, yeah, it was a Sega game. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, anyway, Bad Ben. Bad Ben was another one we did for Horror Month. It was a Miker suggestion, one of the shorts. This was the one with the guy that walked around going, shit! Fuck! Ah, fuck! Shit! I liked it. It was funny. But also, it was short. It didn't overstay its welcome. No, it's not an A, because it wasn't that good. I guess, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. There you go. I've decided since it's not exceptional anymore, we're going to shift up to A for Aliens Dark Descent, because I really liked that game. Anyway, no, it wasn't an A. It's not something... Like, I'd recommend it to people, because it's short. But it's not like an amazing game. It was just a fun game. It was a good game. So, I feel pretty good about that. Getting a laugh out of me is not enough to put something in the A tier. It's got to be a genuinely kick-ass game. Alright, which Batman was this? The Super Nintendo Batman. I might have to look up this one. This is Batman Returns SNES. Let me take a look at this one here. Oh, this guy, the beat-em-up one. Okay. Okay, I'm not so much into beat-em-ups. I'm going to give that a C tier. That one's S tier for sure. You may have a totally different idea of what's fun, and that's what's going to be neat about this, is you'll be able to see what type of things I really like and what I don't like. So we got a couple of big ones coming up here for me. But yes, C tier for me. C tier. Like, I think this is about right, too, because if you were to ask me, like, which of these games would you play right now? I'd play this one right now. If this one wasn't here, I'd pick these two, probably. And then this one, you know, down here. And I would probably even play Armored Core first out of these. Here's what's neat. You're wrong. Hey! But yeah, a lot of love for me for Alien. Batman, I don't even think we finished. I played like one life. I was not, maybe 2 sets of lives. I don't like beat-em-ups. Plain and simple, I'm not a beat-em-up guy. Yo, welcome Backyard. Mangzors, thank you for the $69 donation. Batman Returns with Altered Beast. Are you drunk? No. No, they're just both sleepy beat-em-ups. And see, look, we found the salty tears. Woogie, who loves Batman Returns, wants it higher. He's looking at Amanda the Adventurer above it, and he's cringing. He's going to have to tune out. Only beat 'em up I really liked was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Was that the Super Nintendo one? Turtles in Time? That one was good. Okay, but hold on, because Battletoads, as you already know is going to be S tier, is not just a beat 'em up. Battletoads starts as a beat 'em up, then it becomes a descending level, then it becomes the Turbo Tunnel level, then it becomes the Snake Platformer, then what comes after the Snake Platformer? Then it becomes the Icy level, which is a different kind of platformer. If you don't think Battletoads on the NES is S tier, you're a crazed maniac. Okay, your mania is not confined to the wrestling ring. It's got such a variety of levels, and you really have to consider, it was on the NES. I think it's S tier. I love Battletoads. Battletoads is one of my favorite games of all time. You don't think? I think so. I think so. Yeah, I do. It's an A. Oh, sorry. Well, there is no S tier, dog. Okay, that's A. It's just an A. Stockholm Syndrome with Battletoads over here. Yeah, well, you know what? It was great. There's a reason I stuck with it. Simpsons Arcade was a good beat-em-up, I agree. Like, I would put Simpsons Arcade above Batman in the B, probably. Love seeing Toki die. That was passion. Anyway, Battletoads, amazing. I would recommend any gamer play Battletoads out there. I love it. Speaking of games anyone should play, if you like CRPGs, I loved Baldur's Gate from what I played of it. We got, I don't know, like 14 days in or something. It's a good game. It's so well made. I mean, again, you have to step forward from, what, like 94 or whenever Battletoads came out to 2023. But it has voice acting for every goddamn thing in the world. There's so many different ways to tackle your problems. It feels like it's a great mix between Dungeons and Dragons, like tabletop, and I guess like I wanted to say a BioWare RPG, but you know, it's not BioWare anymore. They didn't make these kind of games regardless. It's Larian. But still, I think it's so much better than the Divinity games. I like Divinity, but Divinity felt like it... Like, I would put Divinity probably in the B, maybe even the C tier, because from what I played of Original Sin, we were speaking of Original Sin, things felt so loose. My choices didn't always feel as I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, you can attack anybody anywhere, and you can do that in Baldur's Gate, but it felt so much easier to do there for some reason. Like, I would just regularly kill people. I don't know. Didn't like Original Sin where the floor was lava the whole game. Everything was always on fire, sure. But you know where Golem's going. This is a real list for me. This is how I genuinely feel about these games, regardless of what I normally say. All right, anyway, Baldur's Gate, it's Game of the Year. You already know it. Bloodborne, that's going to be a B tier for me. Yeah, I like Souls games. Ooh, this is tricky, though, because Bloodborne is the least favorite of my Souls, but I don't think I have to rate it against any other Souls, so we're probably all right. Yeah, I think we're all right. What is there to say? It's a Soulsborne in a Lovecraftian setting. They did things a little different. I would say I'm more of a Souls enjoyer. Like, I don't like Elden Ring or Bloodborne anywhere as much as I like the Souls. But, you know, is what it is. I think we have our first D tier here. Breaking Fetta's Heart Tonight. Bloodshore was the Battle Royale FMV game that we played earlier in the year. There were some funny moments from it, but, you know, it was something I sat through. I had some laughs, but it wasn't a game that I was super engaged with, and I didn't really feel like the endings really did a whole lot. I don't know. Somewhere in that list is a dumpster fire waiting to happen. I know of at least 2 dumpster fires coming up. Remember that? It's got some good moments. Let's see. Did I miss a comment here? Ooh. I see 2B's message. What is she responding to? Did you play... Oh, sorry. Battletoads vs. Double Dragons. I don't think I played that one, though. Did I? Did I, 2B? Hold on a second. I did. Okay. I knew I played another one. Are you going to sort intra-tier from left to right? Oh, gosh. I guess I could. Once we have everything placed, I guess I could. Okay, I knew there was one I didn't like. I didn't realize it was Battletoads versus Double Dragons. Yeah, no, I didn't like that one. All right. Now this is tricky because I raged out of this one. Well, I guess if... Oh, man. It's like, I'd rather play this over any of these. Yeah, and I remember getting to the nose of the ship, too. And switching to the NES version at one point. Alright, I'm gonna go B tier for Castlevania 3, because I need to get a little more retro representation out of the C's. and because I did love Castlevania 3. Wait, no, is that Curse of the Moon? I think that's Curse of the Moon. Oh, that's Curse of the Moon. Never mind. Even better then. Okay, yes, even better. Curse of the Moon A tier. It's not Castlevania 3. This was one of the new games that was built to look like the old games. And I actually kind of forgot we played this, if I'm being honest. It is very colorful. Well, this was a pretty fun game. It was a little easy, but it was definitely a fun game. Yeah. I'm re-looking here, and I don't even remember all these characters. There's probably a whole bunch I didn't do. Looks like some of this might be Curse of the Moon, too. Yeah, I remember Dracula. Okay. I like the look of their other game. Their other game's excellent. You know, I'm actually going to put it in C. I think it's a great game, but it's just a little too easy. And it's modern, so I have to judge it a little harsher. Okay. Let's just get this done then. So Dracula's Curse, that's Castlevania 3. And that one I did like. Is just, it makes me rage. It does make me rage, but I enjoy it. In the same way that I enjoy the Souls games, but they make me rage. Boo, what do you want from me? Where did you want it? Where did you fucking want it, hmm? Felt like marketing tool for Bloodstained to me. I could see that. I think they just wanted to do two different games, though. Bloodstained, anything is at least a B. Oh, okay, all right, we're getting nitpicky. All right, Breath of the Wild. It's gonna be a B, not an A. Breath of the Wild is a beautiful game to me. Absolutely beautiful game. It's well made, it's interesting. But I don't have that much fun with open world games like that. I would have much preferred a more traditional Zelda game. That's what an A would have taken for me. Hey, welcome, Explorer Dane. I know, I've looked at him down there. That's where he'll be going. I did not finish Tears, and Tears is going to receive a penalty for that. That would be probably where C is, you hacked. Because, like, you can't, in good faith, put Tears of the Kingdom at a D. And this is what I enjoyed. Like, I enjoyed Breath of the Wild enough to play it 3 times. But it's not quite an A for me. I know for some people it will be. For some people like you, Hack, it's going to be a D. Getting mad, but I'm going to rage on Diablo 2. I mean, you know where Diablo 2's going for me. I can do some of these really fast, but this is going quicker than I thought. So we will do intra tier, I think. I think that would make sense. I still haven't finished once. For Tears or for Breath? You haven't finished Tears, have you? Diablo games suck. Well, let's get that done for you right now, Woogie. There it is. I love Diablo 2. Diablo 3 would be a C tier. Diablo 4 might even be they might even both be D. I think they would both be D tiers to me. I think so. All right, this one's gonna hurt, so I'm glad Lyra's not here yet. But A Bug's Life, D tier. That's a D tier game right there. Imagine how mad they'll be when Golem gets S tier. You know where it's going, Mouse. Oh, yeah. E2 is probably the best game you played all. You think so? Because we got another one coming up. Tears of the Kingdom was my number 2 this year, but I was sad they didn't blend the open world Zelda with classic. It would have been nice, Backyard. I'll talk about Tears more when I get there. They're a joke, the mindless clicking over and over. It's not mindless, though. It's not the best input mechanism, Woogie, I'll give you that. But that's just how they play. Just wait till you see what he rates Cookie Clicker. What's up, Andrew? Having ridiculous fun with Tears right now. Absurd how the physics work. Andrew, if Tears of the Kingdom was just playing with the gizmos and doodads, I'd be into it. I loved that part. Just beat him up with a mouse. That's totally unfair. To me, Diablo games are about... it's so hard because now Diablo is so different. But Diablo 2, if you actually play through the solo campaign, It's got so many perfectly balanced difficulty spikes and plateaus. So you'll be playing right out of the get-go, right? Easy, easy, easy. Whoop! You know, you get to maybe Endariel or something, and everything from Endariel onward is just a new spike into a plateau. And you're like barely holding on, you know, barely able to kill things, fighting your way through. And then you find a couple items. Maybe you get a couple key points in your build, and you're right in the plateau and getting strong again before you hit the next spike. And it goes all the way through all 3 difficulties. That is so impressive to me, considering that Blizzard couldn't get any of their difficulties right in 3 or 4, and they just became terribly imbalanced stat dumps. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, welcome Yogi, thank you for the 30. Welcome Kitsu. I think there's like 110 games on this list, and I'm missing a bunch. There's a bunch missing too. But yeah, we play a lot here. At least before I went casual 5 days a week. But on top of that, you know, beat-em-ups don't have builds. Like, the idea of having 7 classes with totally different build options inside of them, mixed with all the random gear you get, it's a different ball game than a beat-em-up. I mean, yes, watching them, I could see them looking like a beat-em-up. What's up, Jazzy? Thank you for that T2 at 72 years. Illusory welcome to you if I missed you. Hold on a second. How did that Amazon go? The Amazon was the roughest experience I've had with Diablo. Was it 122? Cool. Yeah, I think I ballparked it with just adding up the rows and columns. But yeah, so we put Bugs Life down, which is... I'm glad Lyra's not here for that. But as a game, it wasn't that fun to play. I can see it being nostalgic for some people. Yes, I don't like the 3rd one or the 4th one, Woogie. 2 is great, 1 is okay for me. Alright, so Bugs Life is passed. Easy. Easiest choice of the year. Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden is an A-tier game. I introduced a lot of people to that game when I played it. A lot of people got the fucking soundtracks. The VOD. Saw some traffic. I'm sure. I didn't look. I'm assuming. Phenomenal. No cap. It's amazing. It's a great game. This is a game that was made, I think, originally in RPG Maker and then ported over to Game Maker Studios or Game Maker Plus or whatever. It's those fucking shitty-ass free engines that make all the crappy repeat games. And they just did so much unique, cool stuff. The story's engaging and fun. It's got a ton of great memes, especially if you grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. Can Charles Barkley play basketball against Godzilla? In this game, he could. Mm-hmm. Yes, shit, dumpster tier, fire, jump dumpster and dumpster fire and F tier are for Golem. He'll be there. Saw Elf for the first time, didn't find it funny, more uncomfortable and weird. I've never seen it. Never. This one's tricky. Alright, we're gonna put both the City Skylines in A. I love city builders. The first game was great. From what I've played of the second game, also great. Phenomenal work. Really like their games. That may not be for everybody. I know a lot of you guys are snooze fest. Pathy won't feel that way. What's up, Pathy? But I find them to be very entertaining. Very, very entertaining. Like, I'd play these games off stream, after stream ends, because they're just too much fun. I haven't with Cities 2, because we've been a little preoccupied, but the first one I did. Alright, now this is tricky, because you guys know I love Resident Evils. Alright, I love Code Veronica for the memes. The game itself, I'm going to say, is a B, not an A. Yeah. Yeah, that feels about right. And we can talk more, because there's a bunch of Resident Evils on this list. And then I think, like Jay Tuesday said, sorting this intra-tier is going to be very helpful, too. Tuesday. Jerky should be there. I'll be keeping my eyes open for it. Thank you, Yogi. We'll eat some on stream. But Code Veronica is a staple for a reason. I absolutely adore it. It's probably a higher B tier, but I just can't put it into an A. Could be worse. I love it. I love it. I hate Zero. Zero's a dumpster fire tier for me. Haven't seen one. I think we're going to have to, because I'll get through these before stream ends, so let's keep rolling here. Control, pretty cool game. I want to call it like a high C for me, though. God, I don't know. High C, low B, probably. It was cool. I'll call it a B. What are your criticisms of Control? I have to watch the VOD to get exacts, but I'm not big into action combat as a whole. And from what I remember, it was pretty action combat-y. Yeah, I believe so, Malezra. But I did like the level design a lot. They had kind of small modular level chunks that you'd play around in and you could get kind of like... Reminded me of, oh, fuck. What was the other Resident Evil Maker game? The Shinji game. The Evil Within. It reminded me of the second Evil Within a little bit, where they gave you an area to play around in, except the areas were more permanent. So I'll keep Control in B, I think. Was surprised you liked it as much you did? Sure. I don't think it was as good of a stream to be. And to be clear, this is not like I think Bugs Life was a better stream game because people enjoyed the nostalgia. I find a lot of games in Control's range to be more of a snooze because people may not have played it, so they're less interested in watching it. You might think the opposite, where it's like, oh, I haven't seen this, but I think it's harder to get into a game that you're not at least somewhat familiar with unless the game is really intriguing. So I find action combat especially to fall into that category, and maybe it's because I'm not so huge on them myself. Dragon Age Origin, one of my favorite games of all time. There's no way that's not A tier. Even with it fucking crashing on me, I love Dragon Age Origin. Always have, always will. It's such a fucking great game. Second favorite game of all time. Absolutely. Dead Space is getting a high C. What? What'd you think of Inquisition? Inquisition was a big step up from Dragon Age 2. If I were to say Dragon Age Origins was an A, Dragon Age 2 would probably be a D for me. I would say Inquisition would be like high C, low B, kind of in the Control range. Dragon Age crashed? Yeah, unfortunately, Malezra, Dragon Age Origins, the screen went black and my save file was black every time I loaded it. Something weird happened. Wish you could have seen all of Dragon Age. Yeah, it was so good. It's just such a great game. Origins is S with mod. Yeah, well, we don't have an S tier, so look at the games that are up here that it's compared with. Those are great games. And we'll, like I said, we'll intro-sort this, so, we'll see what the number 1 game on the list is and the number F game on the list is, which might be more interesting. Dragon Age World. What the hell's Dragon Age World? I've never heard of that one. When I slipped and fell in the bathroom a couple days ago, it was a step up from Dragon Age 2. God damn. Oh, man. All right, Demon Souls. I like more than Bloodborne, so I'll set it ahead of it. But it's not an A-tier Souls game for me. A-tier Souls is going to be Souls 1, Souls 3, then Souls 2, then Demon Souls, then Bloodborne, probably. So, there's a lot that goes into it. All right, here's our first shit tier. Die Hard Trilogy. Yeah, that was a stinker. It was 3 games in 1. Hey, Mangzors, thank you for gifting that sub to Kitsu Bean. I appreciate that. And Kitsu, welcome aboard and enjoy them. It was 3 games in 1. 2 of the games weren't even games. They were just piles of trash. And the third one was a light gun game that broke on me. So, loosely into the movie. Late, but Breath of the Wild is B tier is a solid take. Yeah, to go back to that, Pathy, Breath of the Wild's a great game. But open world games like that, I don't find that intriguing. It came out late in the open world, let's say, life cycle. So, if Breath of the Wild came out before most of the other open world games existed, let's say, I don't know, 2007 or something, would have been nuts. Yeah, we had open world RPGs at that point, but they weren't mainstream. But by this point, I feel like other games already were mainstream. It's a high C. Look, the Dead Space remake, and I feel this way about regular Dead Space as well. I love Dead Space's setting so much. The setting is so cool. The story is awesome. The characters are fun. It is genuinely spooky, but I don't find it all that fun to play. I find the combat to be really repetitive, and the game goes on too long. I will penalize that game all day for going on too long. It's just not fun for me at all. The first 6 hours, sure. But then after that, I'm just like, dude, when's this gonna fucking end? And it's like a 16-hour game. And you know what, Ragnar? The end of the remake was fucking busted. You had to watch this, fucking 60-second cutscene every time you died on the boss. He was fucking bullshit. The fucking joystick didn't match up to the... Oh, no, not the joystick. The reticule on his line attacks did not match up to where they were going. So I died a couple times to that before I realized how it was going to actually work. And then, like, the chest wasn't responding to fucking fire damage. So those points really fucking tossed me on it. Like I said, I love it. I love the world. I love the characters. But the gameplay gets boring and it upset me at the end. So it gets to be a C tier. It's not D tier. There's good redeeming things about it. And it's higher on the C tier, I would say. It did an EA. I mean, the base game I felt the same way about too, though. Horror games, I do not want to be more than 10 hours maximum. The only games that get passes on that, let's say, are like Resident Evil 2, where it's 2 different discs, and even then it's still close. Like, I don't like Resident Evil 4 because it's too fucking long. Even the remake, it's the same thing. It gets boring in the last, like, 6 or 7 hours because you just gone on too long. Silent Hill's not longer than 10 hours. Silent Hill 2 is like an 8-hour game, isn't it? Maybe Silent Hill 4 is a little longer because you have to do it twice. Ubisoft definitely beat the open world horse well past its point of dead. Oh, yeah, they're still doing it, aren't they? Yeah, short RPGs would be great, which is why you need to play Chrono Trigger. All right, here's a tricky one. I think Dino Crisis is going low B for me. I personally love the game. I got a lot of good things to say about it. It's not an A-tier game, I recognize that. And I probably like it a little bit less than Code Veronica anyway. What's short for an RPG? Around 20 hours. Let's say 25 or less. And like with tons of extras, maybe 30. Sure, FF7 short? No, FF7's like what, 35, 40 hours if you skip side. Are you high? Dino Crisis? B is not a bad rating. B is a good rating. This is why I wanted to switch this over. This is why I wanted excellent, good, or even like great, good, meh. You see what I mean? Like, this looks so much better than the A tiers and shit. It's because I didn't play Shining Force, Calico. You know that. You would have been here for it. Does that look better if I do it that way? I think so. Spent 90 hours in Original 7. It's usually like 50 hours for me on stream. Which is twice as long, if not even longer than Chrono Trigger. And Chrono Trigger feels great. Oh, I got the Genesis tier down here, Jazz. What I was saying is, a Genesis game immediately gets +2. I'm sorry, it's getting a -2 penalty. So, like, Altered Beast is a Genesis game. But you could consider it excellent. Because it's a Genesis game, though, it's getting taken down. That's badly worded. It's like, because it's Genesis, the Genesis games are all shit, so it's like, it's a cream above the rest for the Genesis. There you are. Alright, this game was funny, but it was short and kind of, it was meh. Forgettable. Don't shit your pants. I got some laughs out of it, but I wouldn't recommend anyone play it. Does that constitute bigotry? That's some fanboy shit. No, it's just the Genesis as a whole. This is why the wording was wrong. The Genesis as a whole, I think, is crippled by a lot of really shitty ideology from game design in that era. It's all fucking arcade games. The audio sounds junky to me. I don't know. What else? The sprites tend to be too large. Castlevania Bloodlines is excellent. No. Where's Bloodlines? Oh, wait, Bloodlines, it's not even on the list. What are you looking at? This is Curse the Moon right here. I see you eyes. Yeah, Bloodlines would have been dumpster fire for me. Okay, this is Curse the Moon, which was the maker from Symphony of the Night onward. When he did Bloodstained Ritual of the Moon, he also did Curse the Moon or whatever. Yeah, I described Altered Beast, exactly. Altered Beast is a lot of people's favorite game. If it didn't have the Genesis tax, if this was a Super Nintendo game, that would be excellent. But, Genesis tax. Anyway, Dropsy, huh? I'd put that in a high good. Maybe higher. I don't know. I'm second guessing a little bit now. I did like Amanda. See, it's one of these things though. As you get through this, you have to like think about your justifications a little bit more. Well, once we realign things internally, we'll make some decisions. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is fine. Dropsy was a very good game, very charming point and click. Had a lot of fun with it, so I'd put it in the good category. Doesn't that feel nicer than the C category? It's like it was a good game. All of these games, I would say, were good games that I enjoyed playing. These are games that I enjoyed playing a lot, and these are my favorite games. Can we dig that? Oh, was it a bonus? However, made extra money. People who kickstart it would get a free demake of the main game, then they just ran with it. Ah, that explains it. All right, here we go. Shit tier, Dumpster Fire, Elf. It's a fucking Game Boy Advance game based on a movie. And, you know, maybe for some people a good movie. Not a particularly impressive movie for me. Can we get some agreement there? Ragnar agrees. Getting a C on a biology quiz is not that great, but you passed. Those grades depend on the person. Like, plenty of people are just happy to pass. So I think putting good is better than a C. I'm into it. All right, no disagreements on Elf. Excuse you, sir. Dumpster Fire. Yo, what's up, Vane? I'm glad you and Lyra were not here earlier, Vane. There was a discrepancy, I think, that would have been had. But Excuse Me, Sir was another horror game we played. It had some creepy moments, but it was a piece of shit. Absolute piece of shit. That was just a demo, though, but it was a piece of shit demo. I mean, the Garfield game was also a demo. Well, it's probably also a dumpster fire. This crowd was... Is Lyra around? Can I say something without her finding out? I don't want to draw attention otherwise. Oh, whatever. Yes, A Bug's Life is in the meh category. All right, now here we have a game. Oh, I'm on speaker. I should have talked more quietly. Yeah, very few movie games are good. It's true. It's just broken. That's supposed to be this. I would say it's supposed to be this. Minnesota Fats. Oh, no. Better not talk shit. Lyra, Charles Barkley's S tier. All right, here's your recap. Alien, Dark Descent. We're going to go over these and sort them left to right as well for quality, but excellent tier. Alien, Dark Descent, Battletoads, Baldur's Gate, Diablo 2, Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam, Cities Skylines 1 and 2, Dragon Age Origins. Great games. Amanda the Adventurer, Bad Ben, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Dracula's Curse, which is Castlevania 3, even though I was upset. Breath of the Wild, Code Veronica, Dino Crisis, and Control. Good games. Dropsy, Dead Space Remake, Armored Core, Altered Beast, the Apple game that we played, Arcus Odyssey, Batman, Curse the Moon, meh. Bloodshore, which was the FMV Battle Royale game, Bug's Life, and Don't Shit Your Pants, which I was kind of afraid you would see these next to each other and get upset. What? Bug's Life is on the same tier as Don't Shit Your Pants! And then, of course, Dumpster Fire, Die Hard, Elf, and Excuse Me, Sir, for now. Die Hard? Shit, yeah, the Die Hard trilogy is... NES Die Hard would be under great. Maybe even excellent. Probably great. I don't know, that's a toughie. But I don't have to choose that. We have another choose right here, though. Minnesota Fats. I really like this game, but we can't get too far in it. I think the fact that we can't get too far in it, I'm going to have to put it... I'm going to put it in the end of the... Oh, God. No, it's got to go under good, man. Until I can get back into this game and beat it, it can't be any higher than good. The game would not let me play further. The memes are fucking hilarious. It's a pool game, though. But I can enjoy the pool game for the FMVs, but I can't get past the first level because it freezes on me, so... Yeah. I really enjoyed this one. Hopefully Flap's not here to see this, but this is the Fears to Fathom game. We'll definitely be playing more of these. This was the one where we were at that motor hotel, and it was kind of like the PS1 looking graphics. I was into that. Can't even beat goes above Bug's Life. Can't believe it. Oh, womp, 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 womp. All right, now, I'm going to put a little friendly reminder in here, too. These are games for me, okay? Not for stream. So, like, I feel like Elf was a better stream than a lot of these games. Excuse Me, Sir was probably a better stream than a lot of these games. But in terms of fun for me, Family Feud, pretty meh. Family Feud on stream, S tier. These type of what do we say here? Game show games with chat is so much fun. So much fucking fun. Really, really enjoy doing it. How do you think I'm gonna feel anytime Genesis comes up? Ugh. Any game that I didn't play for like an hour, at least an hour or so, I didn't put up here, so you won't even see it. All right, Mags has gone up to walk away because she sees what's next. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think I'm gonna put it in good. I don't know. I don't like action combat, so I'm gonna put it in good. There's a lot of great games in good, all right? Batman Forever for the Super Nintendo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, she got up and walked away from it. It was a lot. All right. U-Hacks, Finny. Okay, let me finish up with that. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I think it was good. Like, playing through Final Fantasy VII is not something I regret. I had a good time with it. But I'm not really interested in playing it again. There's things... I just wish it was a turn-based game. I know you could do the turn-based thing, but I wish they kept it full turn-based. That's totally cool, too, Illusory. Yeah, if you like action, put it higher. There's very few action games that I'm into. Like, a lot of what I'm into is turn-based, or it's got to have something extra going on. Yeah, I think if it was turn-based, it would have been great for me. It wouldn't have been excellent, but it would have been great. Sorta to be? I don't know. I know Mags is excited for it. Don't want to be sober up before this is over. That's true. Yeah, no. Wouldn't want to be sober before this is done. Can't play FF7 Remake because they ruined the story. I mean, the end is really weird. I kind of wish the end of the remake didn't happen. It was nuts. But up until that point, I was enjoying the story. Alright, let's get this over with. Finny the Fish. Meh. It is not a dumpster fire. Finny was something. But I didn't have that much fun with it. There were some neat platforming ideas. There were some neat level progression ideas. It was a janky PS2 game at the end of the day. Now here's a good one. That's easy. Super Ghosts and Ghouls, I adored. We've played this game twice on stream now. Really, really enjoy Super Ghosts and Ghouls. I wish I could get into Ghosts and Goblins like that, but I just can't. I don't know what it is. I think Super Ghosts and Ghouls has just the right look to it. Like, it's the era of retro that I enjoy. It's silly. It doesn't run all that well, but it's such a great game. I love it. I'll play it again. Yeah, Finny's excellent. Yeah, U-Hacked would say so. Oh, so up until the point where they changed it? Yeah, I guess so, Jazz, yeah. They fleshed out everything else. We're still on Final Fantasy VII Remake. They fleshed out everything else, which was cool. Like, I enjoy seeing more of the areas. Don't like the chapter's business for the replayability. Makes grinding stuff really shitty. Oh, yeah, you want to be able to go back? Mm-hmm. All right, Ragnar, and I think Yogi, you guys are going to have broken hearts here. Ghost was a cool game. Definitely a neat game. Ah, fuck. I was going to put it in good. What difficulty? I don't remember what we played on. Normal, probably? All right, before I put it in a category, let's talk about it. Ghost of Tushibaru had amazing cinematics. It had a beautiful world. It had some really neat concepts. Like, I loved that you could walk up to a keep and do that, like, honorable duel challenge thing. But it was long and repetitive. Ghost of Tuchiboro. Turkey Bro. And it was an action game. Again, like these style of action games just wear on me very quickly. Unless there's something different about them, which we'll see in an entry coming up in a couple. I think I gotta put it in good for me. I accept that it's an excellent game, but for me, it's just a good game to play. It was gorgeous, yeah. A lot of cool features in it. But I think open world plus action is not a big sell for me. I've played enough of them. They don't do a whole lot for me at this point. All right, now we may have the toughest entry on the list. Is Woogie still here? I should look before I give this a low rating. Oh, shit. He's still here. G.I. Joe for the NES. I think G.I. Joe's a great game, personally. I'm going to put it in the middle of great for right now. The unrealistic plane? Going backwards? No. I think G.I. Joe is like it's a good, like a Contra-y style NES game. And I play it every year, so I enjoy it well enough. But I don't think it's as good as Battletoads. Or Ghosts and Ghouls. Yeah, I think it's a great game. I don't think it's an excellent game, so we'll go with that. Excellent game. Donkey Kong Country 2. It's the plane's fault. If that fucking plane just went at the right speed in the right direction, Vane, but it didn't. Donkey Kong Country 2. You guys know I love it. It is one of my favorite games of all time. David Wise is absolutely at his peak there. He's kicking ass and taking fucking names. Fun, diverse platforming levels. You got 2 cool characters. You got cool bosses. Lots of extras. Just an excellent game all around. I think that's the one with the bonus levels too, right? Like Animal Antics or whatever. People always go nuts over that. Gabriel is good. Well, let's finish with Donkey Kong first. All right. I actively hum the Donkey Kong Country soundtrack all the time. I love that game. It's the best Donkey Kong Country, and I've never played it. 1 is also great. Tropical Freeze, also good. I think we're going to get to Tropical Freeze. Ragnar, if you would like, and if anybody would like, you go into Discord and you look under the announcements, and the tier list will be there for you to play with. You can do that. All right, Gabriel Knight, huh? The nostalgia, DKC 1 is my favorite. 1's great. I just think, and nostalgia, like you said, I think 2 is just a flat upgrade, and then 3 takes a little bit of a nosedive. It's still great, but it's like, great game, excellent game, good game. Maybe good to great game for 3. All right, Gabriel Knight. This is for me, not for stream. The first Gabriel Knight is a good game. It's a nice pixel game. It's got good memes. I love that Tim Curry's a voice actor. The fun factor, though, for the point and click is very frustrating. So for me, it's a good game. I would say this is one of those things where a more nuanced rating system is really handy, because Gabriel Knight would be an A in my kind of like rating, a B in my rating system of, if you like point and clicks, play this game. The third one has The Fountain. It's an excellent game. Oh, no. Oh, I should have called it exceptional. Oh, I told you this was going to be a stream that breaks some hearts. Because I'm trying to shoot from the hip here. And again, these are for me, for fun. Yes, both City Skylines for me are S-tier fun. I love playing those games. Now, if we're talking streamability, you flip this. Like, Baldur's Gate, I think, was one of the worst streams statistically we've had. Because it's just one of those games that people want to play or they don't want to play. Maybe they haven't played it yet. It's long. It's repetitive. The gameplay's super fun, though. And I know the guys here that wanted to watch it really enjoyed the streams. But there's no denying that Golem, one of the worst games, if not the worst game, let's just go ahead and take care of this since it's up. One of the worst games ever to exist was our highest natural stream viewership and chat activity. So what's fun on stream and what's fun for me personally are two different things. And sometimes those two things can boost each other. Golem was our most viewed game. Like, we've had games where we get raids, like big raids, and it didn't even compare to the natural viewership that came in with Golem. I would love to bottle whatever we found with Golem. In some ways, because City Skylines always are good views. Charles Barkley was good view. Ghosts and Ghouls, good view. You know, Diablo's usually good view. Streaming is complicated. I guess entertainment's complicated in general. I mean, fair, the good games I don't tend to watch, so I don't get spoiled. Sure. And Holybeard, that affects how I enjoy streaming them too, though, right? Because if chat is asleep because, like, people aren't as engaged by it because they want to play it themselves, I can be playing it by myself. But if everyone's laughing and having a good time with something like Golem, I'm having a great time. Like, it's so much easier for me just to bounce off of that and have fun. Gabriel Knight would be excellent or great for me, but I know the first stream 2 years ago where Toki used a guide. Yep. And if I was watching it on YouTube, totally different thing. But for playing, that's what this is about. This is about how I'm rating how much I enjoy playing them. The clip where they're just floating on the air is legendary. Oh, all those, like, shitty billboard images in the back? It's cursed but powerful, like the One Ring. Everyone loves to shit on Golem. That's the fun of it. Yeah, which made it really fun to stream. Really, really fun to stream. And actually, like, this game, pretty meh, but it was pretty fun. This would be like a great game to stream. I had fun streaming it. You guys have always loved watching those kind of games. All right, this one's tricky. My natural aversion to action games probably puts this one down a little bit, but I'm going to say God Hand is high great. It's not excellent. It does get repetitive. God damn, it's funny, though. I love what they did with the combat system. It's an action game that's kind of behind you all the time. So it feels like you're squared up on the enemy. It's pretty goated. It's a good game. I have a hard time putting it into excellent, that's all. I'm trying to be very fair about this. Because there's some games on here that I probably would rate higher because I've got more love for. Like Golem. It's very different. Surprised God Hand's yet to get a Steam re-release. I wonder about... Well, I guess Bayonetta has had some. Yeah, I don't know. I was going to wonder where the copyright was with it. Maybe they just don't think there's demand. I mean, it is a janky fucking game. Very janky. But it's a good time to play. It's a good time to watch. There's a lot of fun things with it. Yeah. Grimace's birthday party is a shit dumpster fire tier. Is that even a question? Can we agree on that? If we can agree on one thing, hopefully we can agree on the shit dumpster fire tier. The Grinch has got to be dumpster fire because it's a movie game. Oh, well, you'll have to wait and see. Yo, what's good, Some Dumb? How's it going, man? All right. Grimrock. Now, I had minimal expectations coming into Grimrock 2. I thought it was excellent. I had so much fun playing through Legend of Grimrock. So much fun. And I've realized that I love dungeon blobbers. And first-person dungeon, what do you want to call these? The dungeon games. They're fun. It doesn't have to be a pure dungeon. It could be a world blobber like Might and Magic. Dungeon crawls. There we are. They're so much fun. I really, really have a good time with every single one we've played. Even with Lands of Lore, which is going to come up in a little bit here, and I thought was kind of a piece of shit. I still had a lot of fun playing it. Welcome, Robert. Oh no, my rock! All right. This is a tricky one. I think it's going in meh, though. The Grinch on Game Boy Color was surprisingly good. But it was still a shitty Game Boy Color game. So it's crap, but it's not the worst of the crap. Finney's staring at you because he can sense that he deserves better, but he didn't get it. All right, here's... God, the feta suggestions just going right into the shit tier. Thought Grinch was going to be good? No, we didn't even beat it. Yeah, better than most Game Boy Color shit. This is what I talk about all the time, man. When your expectations are low and something goes over them, you have a pretty good time. The Grinch, I put my expectations down there with Elf, and it was pretty good. I just didn't want to play through 20 fucking levels of it, that's all. Or 20, whatever, however long it was. So we stopped, but I had fun while I played it. But I still wouldn't recommend it. Like, I can't put it in good faith in the good category. Yeah, unfortunately, Guts was a piece of shit. This was a real Feta Fist turd suggestion. Feta has made some good suggestions. Like, what did he suggest again? Nickelodeon Guts? Altered Beast? We can't see the remaining games. We'll scroll down as we grab them. Ragnar wants to get ahead of the curve here. Gotta put D4 in mid. If I played it, I would have. It's true, he does suggest that I go fuck myself a lot. No, he suggested some good games. I had fun with Intelligent Quadobe, Kid Pickle, The Bouncer, and the Beast one. But Nickelodeon Guts wasn't one of them. All right, Halls of Torment. Good game. Not excellent, good. The rows are blending. Had a good time with it. Wish I could have got the achievement. I almost want to say it was excellent. No, I'm not going to say it's excellent. It was good, though. It was mid-good. Or mid-great. Mid-great. Dragon Age Inquisition, S tier. What are you smoking? I'm going to point out that 9 out of 10 games that Ragnar has recommended, Turkey has loved. I don't think that's true. Also picked up Halls in the Steam sale. It's just a good addictive time. I've got some complaints, and they fixed some of them. My biggest complaint with Halls of Torment is that it starts out pretty fucking hard, and the more you play, the easier it gets, just by the nature of progression. So if you haven't played much of it, every achievement you unlock gives you like 0.5% increased XP. So by the time you've got 150 achievements, you're getting, 1.5 times normal XP. Additional, so 2.5 times normal XP, because you still get the base rate. You think it's not even close to done? Okay, well, yeah, sure. At this point, I feel like it should be done. They've had time. I have been playing Death Must Die off stream, and I feel like it's got some problems still too, but it does things better. Like, it literally just ripped off Hades' progression system with the gods and just put it into Halls of Torment, and then they took Diablo items and they put it into Halls of Torment. Like, Halls of Torment's items aren't randomly generated, they're fixed items, and they just drop 1 or 2 per run. Halls of, Death Must Die, the items are totally just generated, and I don't know what I prefer. I kind of don't prefer that. I think it's a lot, because you have to fucking stop your twin stick game and try and figure out if you want something. I don't like it. I don't like that portion. What's up, Joe? Definitely a hamstring in all of those. Night and day difference at the start. Takes 20 hours to reach the real gameplay. Right, yeah. We got a tier list. We're working through it, man. Yeah, we still got plenty left, though. Easy excellent. Is that true? Yeah, easy. Well, low excellent for Harvester. Oh, this is tough, because this is a favorite of mine, but man, it's a piece of shit. But this is about fun for me, so if it's fun while I'm playing the game, yes. Yes? Oh, this is hard. This one's a lot harder than I thought it would be. Oh, man. I'll play it every year. Yeah, having 1 or 2 more tiers would have been really nice. It's just, I feel like it has to be great, because it's unfinished. It's really funny, but it's not finished. And you can see Dino Crisis and Code Veronica are favorites of mine, and they're still in the great tier. Yeah, it's definitely not Battletoads. It's definitely not Diablo 2 or Donkey Kong Country. I think it has to go there. Yep, that's about right. What is this? Oh, Jagged Alliance 3. Easy excellent. It should be no surprise to anybody that saw me playing this. I loved it. Really loved this game. We went back and we finished it up after, what, like 12 or 13 days of play on that one, too? Maybe 10 days of play. Fucking top-tier voice acting, fun characters, enjoyable strategic combat, different goals, different endings to the game. It's like XCOM, but with a story with different endings and side quests. I mean, this game kicked ass. If it wasn't for Baldur's Gate 3, this might still be my game of the year. I don't know. I really like Jagged Alliance 3. Like, this game just was fun the whole time through. Yeah, better than XCOM 2, for sure. I think the old XCOM games have a special charm that makes it hard to compare to. They're also balanced in a little bit of a different way. And they're sci-fi, which is a lot of good going for it. But you know what I really like about Jagged Alliance 3 is that world map, and I think the older Jagged Alliance had that too. That was such a neat idea. There's resources that you control. There's spawn points that shoot enemies out of them. Jagged Alliance 2 will absolutely rip your ass sometimes. We might have to play it at some point, because it was so much fun. Yeah, I really like Jagged Alliance 3. Anyone who likes strategy games, this was such a sleeper this year. Would abso-fucking-lutely recommend it. I think it launched at like a $45 price point, too. Ooh, alright, right here. Shit tier, Jaws Unleashed. That's easy. It's a Jaws game. It sold itself as a Grand Theft Auto-esque Jaws game, and it did not deliver very well on that. There were very simplistic objectives. It's worth playing. It's worth playing just to see some of the shenanigans that unfold, and the beginning was funny. But man, it was frustrating to play. There were fucking game-breaking bugs. There was a mission that I just died on for no reason after completing it. Like, I was in the victory screen and died. Is shit tier cut off? Let's see here. Oh yeah, I just have to scroll down a little bit, that's all. Hey, welcome, Dan. Would recommend, man. Would recommend. Maneater might be worth trying. Maybe it'd be better. I don't know. All right, what do we got here? Jeopardy. So, again, I think these games were a lot of fun to stream, but I don't have that much fun playing them on my own. So, Jeopardy, it's going in the meh tier. We do have too many games. I might have to change the screen a little bit here. I blew it up so it'd be easier to tell what's what. Ooh. Oh man, this is tricky. All right, we're gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Yeah, maybe that's better. We get a little more range on here now. Beauty. Yeah, Jurassic Park, definitely great. So this is Jurassic Park: The Telltale Game. The one that we streamed where we watched a child be punted by a fucking Triceratops off into the distance and have her spine blow up on a rock. Whoa, what a cool game. Very fun story. I love dinosaurs. And you know what? The Telltale games, I know, are not for everyone. I am told and reminded frequently, some people don't like Telltale games. The choices don't matter. The choices don't matter. It's not about the end. It's about what happens from your choices in the moment. Watching them unfold and seeing what kind of shenanigans you get into. And I love that. I hope chat remembers. Oh, the shipping container one was savage too. Oh, fuck yeah. Or the one where the dad just watches his daughter get eaten. Just ripped apart by the fucking Velociraptors. Like, to watch more than play those games, that's very fair. Especially if you're a compassionate person. Because, like, I feel like there's a lot of people out there when they play decision-driven games, whether they be video games or RPGs, like, let's say Mass Effect as well. A lot of people out there are goody two-shoes because they feel an emotional guilt. And then you have someone like me who is an emotionless monster. And I'll get it all. Like, you better fucking believe I'm gonna pick the ruthless options. Because they're funny. And they're interesting, and sometimes you get surprises. That's why watching them's fun. I know what kind of person you are now, Holybeard. Alright. Kingsfield 4. I'm gonna step this one up. I liked Kingsfield 4 a lot. It just broke on me. It was a lot of fun. It broke... Oh, I save stated at a bad point, is really what happened. So that's on me. So that's not the game's fault. That's my fault. And I do want to go back and finish it. I did enjoy it. It's a low-tier great game, I would say. Honestly, I would prefer it over these three. And we are going to go through and reorganize these afterwards. So you'll be able to see it all. All right, here's an S tier. King's Quest V. This is the one I'm thinking of, right? With Graham. Woohoo! Graham, don't fall off the edge! What a fucking banger. There's our first point and click. Excellent tier. It was just great all around. The story was fun. The art was beautiful. Some of the puzzles were a little bullshit, but that's what it is. Oh, I've beaten Undertale off stream, Dan, with a normal playthrough, which was just kind of like whatever decisions, a pure evil playthrough, and then a pure good playthrough, I think. Or maybe I flip those around. I don't know. But yes, I've done the hard decisions. But yeah, King's Quest V, amazing. That is the one with the screaming clip. It was a great playthrough for stream, but also it was just fun for me. I would play a game like that on my own. And the immediate follow-up, King's Quest VI, not as good, but still great. I'll put it in great, sure. Good watch, I can tell. With a lot of these games, I can tell how much fun people are having just by looking at the viewer count, because we get so many people. We don't get a lot of new people here. So I can see when people stick around, especially now that there's more advanced statistics. I can see like, hey, this game just held people's attention more. Just what it is. Whether or not it's a good or bad game, for something about it was interesting. I think also with these games, I had chat help out, so I could avoid the like fail state lockouts. So that was hella handy. All right, this next one's tough because I just said I enjoy these kinds of games. There was a lot to like about this, but I think I gotta put it in good. That's Lands of Lore. Yeah, I think it's gotta be good. Probably like mid-good. I came for Dark Cloud and stayed for the Toki. You've been here for a while, Ryan. I haven't played Dark Cloud in ages. In fact, I haven't played Dark Cloud in, following since 2019 January. Ancient. All right. Well, Lands of Lore had some good things going for it. The puzzles weren't fun. Like, I'm working on a little dungeon crawler myself, so I've been thinking about a lot of dungeon crawl-esque puzzles. And I remember the final dungeon had, like, was it the random warping? I don't like that shit. The RPG elements didn't feel that good. I did like the characters. And there was some cool shit to do, but it wasn't that... Like, I would definitely play Might and Magic over it. Came for Arcanum. Arcanum pulled in some good peeps. What? Lifeline's great? What? No, that's a trash fire game, Toki. No, it's not. You know what? Lifeline's fun. I like Lifeline. It's just really frustrating. So I can only play so much of it. Stowe Mock. I like it, and we're going to beat it. I'm going to put it in great games. Just because I want to watch Mikers get angry. He's waiting for me to pass out before raiding Parasite Eve. Just a couple more glasses and you'll be gone. Yeah, I tried to get the covers where I could to be, but I didn't know how big the pictures were going to be. And I had to go download a lot of them. Anyway, Lifeline's a little jank, but man, it's fun to play. That's just a fun to play game. It's stupid, but it's fun to play. All right, I got to get a reminder for this one. I think I remember this one. Lords of Thunder was a Genesis game, right? Yeah. All right, here's a rarity, guys. Lords of Thunder is a great game. That is a Genesis game that was fun to play. Can you fucking imagine? Unbelievable. A Genesis game that was fun. Literally unreal. Speaking of which, what is this one? Hold on. What is this one? Oh, that's Mega Man 1. Okay, not speaking of which. There is another one on here that's Sega that might make it into excellent. I'll have to look up and see which one it is. But yes, Lords of Thunder was a bullet hell-esque game with, like, I think it had, like, the 4 different mechs you could play as, and it had fucking sick-ass music, and was just a good time. Genesis tax is broken on this one. This is the game that redefined the Genesis for me, in this list anyway. Alright, this is Mega Man 1. Mega Man 1's just a good game. Is that Mega Man 1? I think that was supposed to be Mega Man 1. Yeah, that's Mega Man 1 for the NES. I don't think that's the cover I'm familiar with, but it's a good game, but it's also a very broken game. It's not, there's a lot of real frustrations in it. I think the old Mega Man games have a lot of charm. But I usually end up getting pissed off because the bosses just like spaz out and jump back and forth into you, or I mean, I don't know. I don't even remember when. I guess Mega Man X is when it feels like, well, we'll talk about Mega Man X in a second, but it's when it feels like they really got good at giving bosses fun patterns, not just bullshit patterns. That's the cover confirmed? Cool. Lords of Thunder has great fucking music. It did. Yeah, that really stood out to me. That really stood out to me. All right. I remember, I think this is the one Psycho recommended. Let me see. Because there was a Wisha one as well that was a little different. But yes, this is the one where you can get out of the mech, I'm pretty sure. Right, Psycho? And then there was another one that Wisha suggested that had a similar name that was the year before that you could, like, invert. All right. This one was probably high end of good for me. Because it was fun. But, you know, not that great for me either. I'm not that big into that style of game. It was good. Music's for Lord of Thunder. I use for jogging. Hell yeah. Oh, fuck. What's this cover? You know what? I can sort of look. I've got a folder. Okay, that's Might and Magic 8 down there. Okay. Might and Magic 8, excellent tier. I'm just going to do that real quick before I forget. Might and Magic 8, amazing. I loved playing Might and Magic 8. I don't even know what else to say about it. It was just a fucking awesome RPG. It was fun from start to finish. It's more of what I loved about Might and Magic. I mean, was 7 better? Sure. But it's still excellent. Elf was trash tier? Yes. Now, I'm going to reiterate again, Dan. Just because a game is trash tier does not mean it was not an excellent stream. Elf? People seemed into when I streamed it. I had fun streaming it, but I would never have sought that game out on my own. Fucking never. Never. I played Third Birthday. You should remember. You should remember that. All right. Real fast. I'm getting a little parched here. It's 11:30. We are about to jump into Michigan Report from Hell. The fuck is this? Is that Mega Man 1? What the... Oh, this is Mega Man 9. Okay. I drank to forget. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, let me take a quick AFK. I will be right back. And then we're going to keep going through the list here. There's still quite a few games to go through. And then after that, I'm going to organize them left to right in terms of what was the best game we played all year and what was the worst. So stay tuned. All right, we're back. Maybe we can find some better music? What? The jazz for an hour and 12 minutes has been nice, Mangzors. Oh, thank you, Jazz. Speaking of jazz. Can I find something cringy? No. No, I wanted, like, epic fantasy music, royalty-free. Let's try that. Okay. Yanni. I need something that's copyright-free. Let's try this on for size. We'll see how it goes. All right, we were at Michigan Report from Hell. You know, that game that I was just recently gifted. Sealed in the box. We play it every year. This is supposed to be fun, though. How much fun do I have playing Michigan? It's going in the grate. That's just what it is. Hey, Bram Stoker's Ratula, welcome. Which game? Michigan Report from Hell for the PS2. When did you get that? Ragnar sent it to me for Christmas, which was a much better gift than Signs. Yes, Rat, we're going through the games that I've put at least an hour into, we'll say, throughout the year. This is only 2023, which means there haven't been too many Sega games, Rat, and what I will include on that is there's something of a Sega tax. The Sega tax is any game from the Sega that goes into a tier, you can add +2 to it if you like Sega. So, like, Altered Beast, where is he? Altered Beast should be in the good tier. There it is. It's an excellent game for a Sega game. You know what I'm saying? All right. Pretty much all of these game show games are super fun to stream, but I wouldn't play them on my own. Yeah, I wouldn't play them on my own. So, kudos to you. You know what, actually? Fuck you, Regis Philbin, you prick. I remember this game now. Now it's coming back to me. This was the one that after I got the $1 million, he told me that it was $1 million fake dollars and I should go get a fucking job. So, he's dead, right?
No.
I'm pretty sure he died. Regis Philbin death. Died July 25th, 2020 at the age of 88. Yep. Yep. I'm not going to say it was me who wished it on him, but he's down here next to Nickelodeon Guts now. All right. Now, this one, I got to look this up. Let me look this up. Mega Man 9. Rip Bozo. Yeah, right? Mega Man 9. Okay, this one, unfortunately, was a little forgettable. No, that is not that same Jurassic Park you're thinking of. So this is going to go kind of low tier on the good, but not quite meh. It was still okay. No, this is Telltale's Jurassic Park, Rat, which I loved. If you like the Telltale games, get after it, because that is a fun-ass fucking game. Okay, all right. I had to take a look there. What's up, Mage Maroon? What Mega Man was that? Mega Man 9. I think it was Mega Man 9, Vane. Now, here I'm going to hit you with Mega Man X, which will take an excellent spot. So we've got Mega Man X at excellent, X for excellent. Mega Man 9 at kind of a low good. Mega Man 1 at like a mid good. I've never played a Metal Slug game on stream. Okay, now here's one. I know where U-Hacked would put Monster Force. Is that what this is called? Monster Attack? I'm going to put it in great, though. I think this was a great PS2 game. I had a lot of fun playing it, a lot more than I thought I would. That was the Earth Defense Force precursor game. So we'll put that a little higher. Can I fix these rows? These rows look a little fucked right here. No, I guess that's just two black bars lining up. Yeah, it was. And usually you suggest janky games like Finny Fish, which is in the meh category, but I had a lot of fun with this one. Curveball question. Any games in recent memory where you revisit a year plus later and your opinion 180s? Yes. Yes, it does. Hold on a second. Okay. Mangs, can you hear me right now? Can you close your ears?
How dare you?
When the first time that I played Final Fantasy VIII, I adored it. I loved it. And then I came back to play Final Fantasy VIII a second time on stream, and I hated it. I genuinely hated it. Yes, I hated it. It was so unfun the second time. It seems so much shittier. I was like, what the hell did I like about this? Oh no. Welcome, Turtle Kami. Toki, no! Oh my god. I don't know why. No, don't tell Afro. Don't tell him. Get the tissues out. I still think it's a good game, but I don't know. The first time I really, really liked it. It was for some reason the second time I didn't even want to finish it. I know, yeah, well, I hear Final Fantasy VIII brings people together, so there's that. But if I wasn't hating it and I wasn't intentionally killing Zell, would you have followed? If you just had to draw one copy of each spell, it would have been a lot better. Agree. Agree. Yeah, I probably would have. Well, that's good. Good on you. What else? There's a few others. Okay, so this is a little controversial, Andrew. But I put Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 3, and Great. The first time I played Dracula's Curse, I remember it being one of my favorite games. When I've just replayed it, I raged out of it. So I wouldn't say it 180 because I'm still, I still think highly of it. It's just I have a hard time playing it again. I need to change my mindset before I go back. So there's one. What else? If I look at the games list, I could probably get you a couple others, but FF8 really stood out. Because I genuinely loved 8. Like, 8 was like my second favorite. It was my third favorite Final Fantasy, probably. And then after I played through it that most recent time, I was just like, what? You know what it is? The first time you play FF8, you're confused, but you say, oh shit, it's just a Final Fantasy game, and it's my first time through, so it'll make more sense the second time. But then you play through the second time, and it makes even less sense, and you notice all the flaws. What are those? Again, an excellent. Okay, so this one we just played this year. This is Aliens Dark Descent, which was, like, no one even heard of this game. I only saw it because there was this one chick under my recommended who was playing it in early access. That she got a developer copy or something early. I was like, whoa, that looks sick. It was like a squad-based XCOM live-action-y game. Kind of hard to describe, but it was very cool. Really loved the game. Neat concept. This one, of course, Young Ratling, is Battletoads, which Woogie was upset about. This is Jagged Alliance 3, another one that just came out this year. I really loved it. Just finished it up a couple weeks ago. Baldur's Gate 3, which I haven't finished on stream, but really love. Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo. I know you know this one. That's Super Ghosts and Ghouls. Diablo 2. This right here, I would suggest to every single person that can tolerate an RPG. Charles Barkley, Shut Up and Gem Gaiden. It's a fan game that is so much more than a fan game. It's phenomenal. Donkey Kong Country 2. Phenomenal game. City Skylines 1 and 2. Legend of Grimrock 2. Dragon Age Origins. Here's one you'll like. King's Quest 5. And Might and Magic 8. Let me glimpse that apple bottom. Yeah, right. And I keep having to reiterate this, Rat, but this is not how much fun I had streaming it, per se. It's how much fun I would have with the game if I played it by myself. Like, let me look. Like, Golem, like I said, was probably the best stream game we've had. But it is the shittiest game objectively, and if I played this by myself, I wouldn't have gotten 15 minutes in. I want to play Dragon's Quest. I mean, this is the one. There's one right here. Dragon's Quest 5, so good. You might want to play the others first. Like, you might want to play 6 or 7 or something first. I don't know how good 7 is. Because it is so good. And then the other ones should be like, oh man, I wish I could still play that. Oh, fuck me. King's Quest, yeah, sorry. Dragon Age Origin. This was a BioWare game, what, 2008 maybe? It's my second favorite game of all time after Mass Effect. I love BioWare. All right, here we go. Now, I forget when Neverhood came out. I think Miker suggested this one. I had a lot of fun playing Neverhood. This was the claymation point-and-click game. I really liked that one. Is it on Switch? I don't think so. I think it's PC. Needs a switchboard. No, it's probably PC, PS3, 360. Thanks for nothing, Regis. Oh, fuck. Oh, is there a music shift in the clip, too? That's going to be gold. But yeah, Dragon Age Origins is great, but if you're looking to bust into CRPGs, Rat, even if you play off-stream, Baldur's Gate 3 is a great way to start. I mean, this is the pinnacle right now. They're kind of the same genre. This one, no-brainer. I love Ninja Gaiden 1. I love Ninja Gaiden 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 is pretty great, too. But these are just the ones we played last year, and I haven't played 2, so I don't even remember. But I'm sure I loved it, because I love Ninja Gaiden. I'm a slut for Ninja Gaiden. The music is so goddamn good. The art style's great. The little cutscenes are great. I love it. That's the Nintendo gold standard right there. Moving on. All right. Parasite Eve, yes, is an excellent game. I love Parasite Eve. Regardless of if Mangs was in the background or not, I still love it. I've loved it for a very long time. Ninja Gaiden is my most loved game, and I disliked it when I first saw it streamed. Oh, really? We saw someone else stream it? Oh, it's Ninja Gaiden. When you play Ninja Gaiden... All right, hold on. Pause for Parasite Eve. When you play Ninja Gaiden, you feel like a ninja by the end. Like, you feel like you're doing the motions, which is great. If you didn't, you wouldn't wake up tomorrow. I still might. Still might not. Ooh. Yes, Dino Crisis is a great game. A lot of my regular horror games are great games. They're not my absolute favorites of all time in terms of fun, but I love the communities around them. I love streaming them. I have fun with them, and I think they're still great games. All right. It's not... Parasite Eve 3 is not a dumpster fire. Speaking of Parasite Eve. But it is meh. It's just a bland game. That's what it is. He is kneecapping dinosaurs, Dino Crisis, and Bug's Life. What? Dino Crisis is great. I have too many great games. I might have to shift some things around afterwards. What's next to Amanda? Oh, is that Bad Ben? Where? This one? Oh, I'm sorry. This one here or this one here? Left or right? Okay, Halls of Torment is a Steam game. And it is so fun to play. It's like a twin-stick shooter Steam game. If you have the ability to play it, I don't know if it's on the Switch, but on the Steam Deck, it's such a great way to unwind and just blast enemies away. It's so much fun. Really, really enjoyed it. I got it gifted to me, and we played it off-stream a few times, then I wanted to play it on-stream. All right, Phantasmagoria. Excellent. I know you guys love Phantasm... You know what? Phantasmagoria 2 might be... I don't know. Thank you, Ivy. I like to think so. Should you give Death Must Die a go? I have, actually, yeah. I beat the first level so far. I haven't had a lot of time to play yet. I got complaints with both games, but they both do things differently. Phantasmagoria, in my opinion, is a beautiful FMV game with a good, well-paced plot, funny death sequences, sensical puzzles, great flow. It's not too long. I love Phantasmagoria to death. Mangsaurus, thank you for gifting that sub to Turtle Copy. We got to get more wine in you. When the wine comes out, the gift subs fly. Love it. Love Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria 2, I love less to play, but I love streaming it more. Is it up next? It is. I'm gonna put Phantasmagoria 2 into great. Because you may notice, for those of you that have been here through subsequent playthroughs, I can never figure out where the fuck to go. And I just go everywhere and click everything. So, it's a thing. It's a thing. But it's so much fun to stream because everyone always loves to laugh at it. All right, Pizza Tower. I would put this one in the good category. It was a platformer kind of in the vein of Sonic. I would say it's more of a Sonic-like. And I liked the art style actually a lot. But the levels did get a little redundant. But I had fun start to finish with it, so that definitely goes in good. If you're interested, Rat, and you can feel free to share it around with anyone you want to, it is in my announcements. I posted it up last night after I made it. I would love to see what other people think, too. It's actually one of the better ways for me to get an idea of what people enjoy seeing on stream. All right, let's see. Pokemon White. Real surprise for me, this one's going in the great. Pokemon White was excellent. Interesting Pokemon mix. They didn't hand you... Well, I mean, I didn't start with a starter, but they didn't just hand you overpowered Pokemon. Cool towns. Felt nice, played nice. I don't know what else to say. I had a great time with it. Really good time. Okay, this might be... Is this... Phantasy Star 1 or 4. I'm gonna have to see which one's which. Let's see. Did I do both of them? That is Phantasy Star 4. Which one were you? Was this the dungeon crawler? Or was this just the JRPG? I'm gonna say that was a great game. So with the cool cutscenes, yeah, it's going in great for me. I think shoot, let me see. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, Phantasy Star 1, I probably would have put in excellent. I really, really enjoyed Phantasy Star 1. The first-person dungeon one, I think that's just a genre that's resonating with me. But Phantasy Star 4 was also great. So this is one of 2 Sega games that did actually make it into the great tier this year. The other one being Lords of Thunder, which I think was a Grunt Guru suggestion. That's odd. And I might shift some of these around a little bit once we're sorting. Oh, this is a tricky one. Are you shitting me right now, Quest 64? God, I love Quest 64, but I think I have to put it in good. Oh, I love it, though. I kind of want to put it in great. I feel like I want to put everything in great right now, which is a problem. Is that a problem? Would I guess if I said, like, would I rather play Quest 64 or God Hand? It's a huge problem? Oh, shit. Alright, we'll leave Quest 64 in good, because it does have some problems with its leveling system. It does have some problems with the fact that it's Quest 64. Which means it was on the Nintendo 64. And it gets a little choppy. Avalanche 64. Is the only reason they're great instead of being on top because they're on Genesis? No. No. I think these two break the pack for me. Like, Phantasy Star and Lords of Thunder are great games. They were not my favorite games. So they don't have the Genesis tax included. Like, I like Altered Beast. But Altered Beast is not a great game in my opinion. What was the other one? I think there's one more Sega game in here. Minnesota Fats is technically a Sega game. It should be an excellent. Minnesota Fats is a genre-defining... It's a tribute to excellence. Okay. Arcus Odyssey also. Good game. Yeah, those were both good games. I think this is fair. Good games, great games. There's no excellent Genesis games on this list, except for Bram Stoker's, which we didn't play enough yet. All right. Boom. I don't think anyone should dispute this. Resident Evil 0... fucking dumpster fire. Shitty fucking game. Absolutely hated it. Okay, Andrew, if you're still lurking, here's something for you. The first time I played Resident Evil 0, I hated it. The second time, I 180'd and kind of liked it. The third time, I realized just how fucking awful it was and I hated it again. Yes, the train part was good. That's like 10% of the game. Alright. Resident Evil, no doubt, excellent. Resident Evil 2, no doubt, excellent. Is this the Resident Evil 4 remake? Resident Evil 4 remake. I guess it was good. Kind of low good for me. I'm not big into Resident Evil 4. I never have been. And then Resident Evil 3, also good. I'm not that... It's higher good, though. But I'm not that into Resident Evil 3. I wonder how you'll feel about Fallout next time you play it. Oh, there's another 180. Again, if Andrew's here, Fallout 1, hated it the first time. I hated Fallout 1 so much the first time I played it, I didn't want to play Fallout 2. Played Fallout 2, loved it to death. Okay, hold on a second. We got a problem here. What is this game? Pull this back. Because this is Resident Evil 4. And then when I went back and played Fallout 1 again, I loved it. So there's a positive 180. Yes, that was the Resident Evil 2 remake, you're right, which I think was a great game. Fallout on playthroughs, first playthrough is rough. It is, yeah. I had a problem where I went to the glow, and I had like 6 save files, but the glow was long, and all of them were irradiated to death. If you order them left to right, then you can find out what game it sits between and therefore define its tier. You're right. Yep, you're right. I'm looking forward to going back through and doing that, honestly. Yeah, okay, so why these games just got tossed in here. Welcome, Taco. Resident Evil 1. I mean, I love Resident Evil 2 the most, then 1, then Code Veronica, which isn't great. Code Veronica's a little too long. Resident Evil 3 starts to fall off of the formula that I enjoy. It starts to become very linear. I don't find things quite as interesting. And 4 has never done much for me. 4 is just too long. I've played the remake of both of those. Yes, Rampage. Just not last year. This is strictly 2023's games. What the fuck is Elf doing down there? Taco, since you're drunk and just got here, let me reiterate. And for anyone else who just joined, this is how I feel about playing them for fun, not on stream. Like, if this was how much fun I had on stream with it, Elf would probably be in the good tier. Golem would be in the excellent tier. Like, Baldur's Gate was less fun on stream. But, like, me, let's say if I turned the camera off and played these by myself, this is how I would feel about these games. You guys hear me talk about them during the regular year, this is how I would normally feel about these games. Red Dead 2. I would say it's excellent. Low excellent for Red Dead 2. It's open world action, but goddamn, it is a great game. I'm not big into open world action, but it is a great game with a lot of cool shit. Yeah, I liked Red Dead 2. I did a lot. I think the streams had some funny moments, but because it was such a long game and it was a bit newer, I felt like chat was a little slower on it. We weren't quite as engaged with it as a stream. But again, it's one of those games that the people who loved it really love the streams. I played Dragon Age Origins a few months back. We got a couple streams in, and then the saves corrupted. What's this Amanda game? So, this was a horror game that we played, Rat. It was a short game. You're in an attic, and you're watching these videos. I can't even explain it. I'm trying to explain it. It's a horror game, yeah. It is a great horror game. It's a little silly, but it has some genuine creepy moments. The puzzles are actually good. The way that it works with the puzzles are great, I think. And the effects on the video editing stuff are pretty cool. So definitely recommend that one. RoboCop Rogue City, huh? I'm going to say RoboCop was just a high-end good game. The dick shooting makes me want to put it in excellent. The upgrade system had potential to put it higher. I'm shocked. What did you think I was going to do? You thought I was going all the way for RoboCop? RoboCop is one of these jazz that I think will make more sense once we order things, because it'll be on the higher end of good. Yeah, it's tough, because it's pretty close to great. It's pretty darn close. But it was a little repetitive. You know, again, it's the same complaints I always have. It had a dick shot counter. Yes, if it had a dick shot counter, it would be on great. All right, what's this, guys? Oh, here's Addy's Rock and Roll Racing. It was a good game. I'm going to say it was towards the bottom of good, though. Hey, Fenny, thank you for the raid, and welcome to the Raiders. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. You're just in time. We are, I don't know, an hour and a half deep into our 2023 tier list. Why do you still have a shirt on in just chatting? I can take it off if you want. I got another shirt underneath, though. What was I saying? Oh, Rock and Roll Racing. For anyone that doesn't remember, I'm not a big racing guy, but it was this Blizzard game. Well, I guess it was Interplay. But it was a little repetitive, but it was neat. You know, had I got this as a kid, I wouldn't have been disappointed. You just need a black bar? That's bannable now. Hey, welcome, Pingus. By the way, Pingus, and for anyone else interested, I think Star Controller is going to be next Saturday. I talked with Foobs about it. So, not a big racing guy. Neat game. Repetitive. I don't know. Sanitarium is tricky. I think I want to put Sanitarium high good. It's tough. These are getting tougher now that it's filling out. Like on a small, like if this was one of the first ones I put up, I'm wondering if I would have put it as great. But it's kind of on that line between good and great. It was a neat story I really liked. I remember liking most about the game. There were some cool skits. I really liked the action dude, the action alien. But I'd say high-end good. It was really good. Yeah, that's how you can think about the high end of good, is really good. Not quite great, but really good. All right. High meh tier, Scooby-Doo. This game was kind of a piece of shit, but not quite a dumpster fire. There were some funny moments. But this was also a game where you couldn't avoid the enemies half the time. The shit was nonsensical. I don't know, dude. Ugh. All right. Now we're getting tricky. Because I love Silent Hill 2. I think Silent Hill 2 has to go into excellent. Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I genuinely have fun playing it. It's like, to me, it's kind of between excellent and great. Bubsy wasn't played this year. Bubsy was 2024, technically. I think it might have been, like, the New Year's Eve, maybe? No, it was New Year's Day. All right, we're going to leave Silent Hill at excellent for now, because it is a game I adore. SimCity 2000, also excellent. I feel bad putting two games in excellent in a row, but these were both excellent games. I do find that I like simulation city builders. We should probably stream more of them. Win Sims 3? Great question. I'd like to do it. I'd like to keep going with the Sims. The Sim games are always a good stream. Yeah, I mean, SimCity 2000 was a lot of fun when I played it. Sims 2. Gosh, is it excellent? I had a lot of fun with Sims 2 as well. I don't want this excellent tier getting too fat, that's all. We might have to trim some fat when we're going through this a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. Pioneers of Pagonia is a good early access city builder in the vein of the old Settlers games. Oh, really? Never heard of that one yet. When did I miss The Sims 2? I think we did like 2 nights of Sims 2 and also a couple nights of Sims 1, which I'll put up there. Trim some Minnesota fats, some extra Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, these games are just so much fun. I'm going back and forth right now, man. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put The Sims in high great tier. Yeah, I think that's the case. Because they were a lot of fun. It's tough. This is just getting very tough. Demoted. There might be some other demotes, too. It's just, I look at The Sims, then I look at Diablo 2. And again, I just think once we organize them left to right, it'll make a little more sense. But right now, I'm going to leave them at the top of great, because they were great games. Okay. Sky Blazer. Okay, I kind of remember this one. This was an NES game, I think. Or Super Nintendo, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I remember this one. This was a pretty good game. I remember being a little easy. Let's put it high end of good, we'll say. We're just going to sneak that. Is Mikers here? Is Toki taking a boat ride later? Boom. Stream has reminded me how many games I tune out for. Oh, I'm sure. That's why, Addy, I would love to see more people do my list and post it in Discord. Because what that would do is that would let me draw some analytical data on which games you really enjoyed and which games you couldn't give a shit about. You know what I mean? And then, like, if I see a lot of people are like, dude, yes, Cities Skylines 2 was excellent or great, then I know people want to see more of that if it's in everyone's list. But if, you know, it's not, then I'm just like, some people like it. I have fun with it. All right, Mikers is in here. Sometimes to deal with the fact that whatever the hell this thing is, it's going in. Had to grab some tacos after the early debacles. Well, Woogie, it's not going to be what you want, but G.I. Joe is in the great tier. So there's that. Right next to your favorite Dracula's Curse. What we're going to do, though, is after all of them are sorted, I'm going to go through left to right, and the higher up they are, the better they are. The further down they are, the worse in that category they are. So that'll add some more nuance to it. Yeah, exactly, Addy. Yep, it's up there. I mean, if you enjoyed Golem, I don't know. See, then that adds a mix to it. All right, Sopranos. I think that's going kind of like middle of good. This was a good stream, but I don't think it might even be meh. It was a good stream, because it was really funny. But the game itself was pretty shitty. Am I tripping, or am I not seeing a Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess run? Also, what's this I hear about FFA? Are you and Turtle Kami outside of Stream Friends Afro? Is that what this is? Did he rat me out? Remember the Big Mouth Bass. We'll put him in there. We won't put him in the meh category. Express to Bloodborne. I love Soulsborne games. It's going to get shifted down a little. Demon Souls. So, for me, it's Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, Demon Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, probably. So it's kind of like Tyrion Lannister, you know? He's the shit, well, in his father's eyes, he's the shittiest Lannister, but he's still a Lannister. It's still a Souls game. All right, Space Quest. This was a good time. I liked Space Quest. We'll put that in great. Well, hold on. Oh, no, we'll put it in high good, I think. I liked King's Quest 6 more, which is why I'm kind of back and forth. Busted. Well, I was asked, Afro, were there any games that you played that you really liked the first time and then hated the second? And Final Fantasy VIII was that. You know, I loved it the first time. I thought it was like my third favorite. And I knocked some serious points off of it after the second, because there's just a lot of nonsense in it. Oh, man, Star Fox for the Super Nintendo. Based on fun? This is a heartbreaker, but I'm going to put it high good. Maybe middle good. Hate is such a strong word. It is. Well, hate usually comes from wanting to love something and then being disappointed. So that might be it. Where are my Amanda the Adventurer fans? Amanda's a high grade. All right. This one was a little weird. Strangeland. This was a Foob suggestion. I really liked this one, though. But I like it more or less than Space Quest. See, we're getting tricky now. Did I like it? No. Like this makes it a little easier, actually, because Puzzle of Flesh I definitely liked more than it. Space Quest 6, King's Quest 6 I liked more than it. What about Mortis? That was 2 years ago. That was Faith. Streets of Rogue, I'm going to be honest, I was kind of meh on. Streets of Rogue was a neat concept. I just didn't have that much fun with it. I didn't see the lasting appeal for me. So that one, I think, kind of bounced off. FF8 story is great if you don't think about it. Also, I admit to my rose-tinted lenses of 8, but doesn't mean I don't love it. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm like that with things, too. Like, I didn't beat 8 as a kid. I played it a bit, but I didn't beat it. So I don't think I have that nostalgia. I just play them now and observe them now and think about what I feel about them. And, like, my feelings are Final Fantasy VII is still an amazing game. Sure, it's... Oh, no, Mikers is here. There must have been some sort of a bug with the stream, Mikers. Oh, shit. Anyway, 7 might still have some flaws, but it's a great game. Final Fantasy Tactics honestly doesn't even have flaws. It's a phenomenal game. It probably has some kind of flaws. What is this Godzilla game? Is this Super Godzilla? Where is it? I'm looking at a bigger list here. Was it the one where... I think I remember this one. This was the one where you like... Well, your problem is you just don't like that style of game. Like, that's just not you, which is fine. This was a neat idea. I'll put this in the good, actually. A little above Rock and Roll Racing. Yeah, yep, that's it, Sumdum. FF Tactics, only flaws, I don't like the sequels. That's why I'm not touching them. Alright, Yoshi's Island, fuck you, Mikers, is an excellent game. No question. Where's Jagged Alliance 3? Right there. I'll go over these once we get back to the end of them, Woogie. Super Meat Boy... I'll put towards the top of good for now. I'm not that crazy about platforming games either. They've got to be something special. Like, Ninja Gaiden, loved it. Mega Man X, loved it. Well, those are shooting games. Like, you attack in those. Meat Boy was pure platforming, and it was a good game, which is why it's good. Super Punch-Out, I would say... also good? I really like it. I'll accept Meat Boy if you accept my Resident Evil. You don't have to like Resident Evil. That's fine. This is personal, you know? Oh, here's a fucking dumpster tier. Sword of Sedan. Another Sega Genesis shitfest. Tattletale we'll put in the good category. That was the horror Furby game. That was pretty fun. Devil in Me, I hate to do this, but I really was upset with this game. I'm going to put this in the meh category. Devil in Me had some potential, but man, it was also very upsetting. I don't know what this next one is. Let's see what this is. Oh, no, that's the Last Monday. I will put the Last Monday in the lower end of the good category. That's the Garfield horror game. It was a demo, but it had that neat filter and was kind of fun, so I sort of dug it. Quarry also is only going in good. I love these kind of games. But the Quarry really hurt me, too. Look this up. Totally Rad. I think Vane suggested this one, maybe. Oh, this fucking... this game here. Okay. Didn't add that much. Devil in Me really felt unfinished. Had some really, really bullshit QuickTime events and undeserved death. I totally agree, man. Totally agree. Totally Rad was alright. We'll put it in the good category. Alright, now here we're going to get kind of controversial. Yeah, I think you would like Totally Rad, Rat. And it's a little easier than some of the other ones we've played. It totally blows. Alright, this one's going to hurt. Go ahead, be upset. Tears of the Kingdom is going in the meh category. I didn't even want to finish it. I got so bored. Here's my problem with Tears of the Kingdom. I like Breath of the Wild a lot. Where did I put Breath of the Wild? Breath of the Wild is great. But man, I played Breath of the Wild. And then I bought Breath of the Wild again. And it was the same thing. It was just too similar. I was already bored. You're on the road to redemption, thank you. I'm happy with that. It was boring to watch since I haven't played it either. Even if you played it, I feel like it would be boring to watch. I don't know why they did that. It's like, it feels like they took the same engine and they built out this cool building system. And the building system could have been the game alone and I would have been fine. Oh. Would have been a lot better if they didn't make vehicles despawn and reload after... Yeah, sure. It's frustrating. Shouldn't be in the same tier as Third Birthday. I mean, it's not in Golem tier, at least. Yeah, look at it this way. It's in the same tier as Devil in Me. Maybe the real problem is I need more in meh. Like, I can put different levels of meh. Like, I could probably have put this in meh. How about that? Does that make you happier, Mikers? Instead of moving Tears of the Kingdom up, I'll move this one up. Oh, fuck. You hate Breath of the Wild, then had to reheat plot. Wait, what? You ate Breath of the Wild. Oh, then had reheat plot you got in Tears of the King. I see what you're saying. Right, and I played Tears 3 times. Like, I liked I liked Breath of the Wild. I played it 3 times over, 3 or 4 years. And by the 3rd playthrough, I was kind of bored of Breath of the Wild, too. Was 3rd birthday the Huggy the Clown game? No, that's Dropsy. Dropsy is, like, kind of mid-good for me. Which it might get moved up a little higher. We'll see here. Let me go through and then I'll organize these. Because here's the thing. I intentionally pick games that I think I'll like. So for something to be meh, it's going to be a rarity to begin with. Good is going to be like, all right, that's kind of what I was expecting. Great's kind of like, wow, that blew me away. That was awesome. And excellent is like, yes, more of this, please. Sincerely hope they go back to their claim that all Legend of Zelda games are going to be Breath of the Wild. I hope so, too. I definitely hope so, too. Yeah, the first Mega Man is only good, Rat. Like, the first Mega Man has some serious issues to me. The first Mega Man's bosses are neat in their look, but they're also simple. I find a lot of the platforming to be a little frustrating. Like, and maybe this is an emulator-specific problem, but I will never forget landing on a platform and then falling through it. It's a good game. I don't think it's an amazing game. I would say Mega Man 2 would go into great, and I personally love Mega Man X. That's an excellent tier for me. Someone who never got around to Breath of the Wild, I like Tears of the Kingdom, having a more interesting story. Like, people who got Breath of the Wild feel like they need more improvement. People, they just wanted even more Breath of the Wild, or people like me that never got around to it. It was solid. Oh, sure. If you didn't play Breath and you went to Tears, you'd probably be in for a treat. But again, if you played Breath, especially if you played it a couple times, it's just so similar. Like, your gameplay loop is the same exact thing, with a couple more puzzle elements added. So, that's okay in some cases, but in a game that I've already played, 90 hours 3 times, I feel like I got ripped off. I feel like it should have been an expansion pack. I mean, one Dick Machine game would be great. All right, let's get through this. I thought this Donkey Kong was great. That's Tropical Freeze. It was not Donkey Kong Country 2. It was not Donkey Kong Country 1 or even 3. It did not have David Wise, but it was challenging. It felt like it had the same spirit as the older Donkey Kongs with a fresher skin. So that was chill, and there were some genuinely hard bonus levels. So I thought Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was better than good. It was great. All right, this one's a weird one. I'm gonna put him in low good. This was the game we played on Christmas at the end. It was... Yeah, I'm gonna move it into meh, actually. Because it had a cool aesthetic, but like the gameplay was just so repetitive. No puns, no puns. All right, so we've got the initial placing of all the games, okay, into their categories. Now what I want to do is I want to go left to right in the categories and figure out where they belong. Was it David Wise? Oh, wow, you're right. You did tell me that. It didn't sound like... It didn't have the same vibe, though. Start low. I was kind of thinking about starting in the middle. Because people are going to want the best and the worst, so I got to save the best for last. Red Dead on top, yes. And Buzz, what I've been saying with these games, this is not how good I thought they were on stream. This has nothing to do necessarily with how often I'll stream them. This is how much fun I had playing them. Because some games, like Golem, or even the Millionaire games or Jeopardy or Family Feud, these were phenomenal streams. But I didn't have, I wouldn't play them on my own and have fun with them. Can complain directly to David Wise on Twitter. He probably won't respond, though. I'm going to take it to Twitter. What's up, Grape? And Foob, welcome to you. All right, I'm going to start with... All right, we'll start at the bottom. I know what you guys want. What was the least fun game that I played this year? You wouldn't play Golem on your own time? I would a little bit. I wouldn't enjoy it. I know you think it's Golem. I don't think it was. Golem's close. What is that, Shack? There was no Shack RPG. Are you thinking of a different one? Sword of Sedan. Grimace's Birthday. Golem. No, let's shift Grimace over. All right, we're going to move kind of rapid fire here. Who wants to be a million? No, I'm just kidding. Fuck you, Regis. These are tough because they're so bad. Let's think about what's the most fun I had with a dumpster fire game. God, this is so hard. Yeah, Charles Barkley and Shut Up and Jam, which is in the S tier up here. I think that's it. I think that's it. Right there. I think Sword of Sedan is the worst game I played. Yeah, I don't know. Jaws was really frustrating for its own reasons. All right. I think this is what we're going to go with. So, the worst game I played was Sword of Saddam. Yeah, well, there's a good reason you don't remember it. It was a really shitty, uncomfortable to play, hot mess. It was this barbarian game where you walk across the screen and you can't turn. You have to attack to turn. And then once you get to the third level, it just auto-kills you a bunch of times. You go back to the beginning. There's potions that you collect. Some do good things, some do bad things. And they're like totally random. I don't even know. It was really annoying. That was a really genuinely bad game. Like, I don't normally play genuinely bad games unless they're funny. But this was a bad game. Like, this deserves its own tier. Are they random every time you play? That's fucking stupid. The developer who did that deserves to be punched in the fucking gut. Golem, of course, was a dumpster fire. You know, there were all sorts of problems. It was bad. Jaws was bad. It was kind of bad in the bad way, though, not the good way. Resident Evil 0 was just frustrating. This one was kind of a silly game. I may still shift them around a little bit. Like, all of these are kind of silly games. But Millionaire wasn't actually a bad game. Just at the end of the game, Regis Philbin tells you to go outside and get a fucking life, which was pretty shitty. So, fuck you, Regis. All right, anyway, let's move on to the meh tier. What was the most meh game that I played? Yeah, I can lick my balls from the grave. This is a lot tougher. Can I say what was the best meh game that I played? I mean, Tears is probably the best meh game. I kind of liked the Don't Shit Your Pants game, too. It was okay. I kind of like Devil in Me. I really wouldn't play the game show games, I don't think, on my own. You think... I think they're all kind of hard, honestly. I bought that because of you. It's okay. I think it was more of a fun stream than anything. Jeopardy's way better than Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, God. I would never Woogie play these games on my own, that's all. They were great streams. Finny Fish was pretty okay. Let's say he might have been the best of the meh. The Grinch was pretty okay. Streets of Rogue was just, I don't know. Bug's Life was probably right here. Shift Scooby, I think that's pretty fair there. That's right. I'm sorry. The Grussy on Game Boy Color. Yes. We're going to make one more alteration here. Don't shit your pants is going up. Okay. Now, the good. Things are going to get tricky here, because there's some games I genuinely liked here. I'm going to say this one was towards the bottom of the good. I'm going to say that Mega Man 9 was towards the bottom of the good, because it was, you know, it was all right. Some tough ones here. Gabriel Knight's probably towards the top of the good, I would think. Sky Blazers is probably towards the bottom, maybe before Garfield. Rock and Roll Racing, I'm not a racing guy. I'll put that above him, though. Yeah, so top left is the best of the good, bottom right's the worst of the good for this chart. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Ghost of T was really good. Honestly, Pretty Blaze, I'd like Quest 64 to be higher. It's just so hard. It's hard. I might still move it up. I don't know. Some things might change. I really like Quest 64, but I need to take off my nostalgia goggles. I had to leave out a couple dozen games since I missed those streams or don't remember if that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. People hated it, but I don't know why. Honestly, let's move Final Fantasy VII up pretty high on good. I feel like RoboCop's pretty high on good. Resident Evil 3 pretty high on good. Minnesota Fats should honestly be S tier. I'll put this guy a little lower. Star Fox should probably be a little higher. This is so tricky. Because, like, the Quarry I felt like was good. I want to play it again and see if I like it more. Resident Evil 4 I feel like should be higher. Dead Space I feel like should be lower. Maybe even below Quarry, above Metal, maybe? RoboCop people dick blasting simulator. You got to give it points for that. You can't neglect that. I probably enjoyed Pizza Tower more than these. I think as this gets more complete, it's easier for me to pan over the games and say, did I like this more or less than that? Oh, boy. Dropsy can go up. It's like, I like these games. I just like the other ones more. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, shit, Fetta's here. Fetta, can you go away for a little bit so I can get out of the good tier and you don't have to look at it? I'll scroll up. Mega Man isn't that great. It's not the second game. Well, where did I put Mega Man at? Is it here? I think I put Mega Man 1 in good. That's what I said earlier too, Woogie, because Rat was asking me about it. It's lower. Oh, this one here? Yeah, I liked Mega Man. I probably liked Mega Man more than Totally Rad. I liked it more than... This game was pretty cool, too, though. Oh, I got Mega Man X up here, don't worry. But we're talking about Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 9, which I don't think are anywhere near the peaks of Mega Man. Where was the... Okay, alright, now this is fine. Probably a little lower on Meat Boy, because I'm not that big into platformers. I think Resident Evil 4 deserves to be a little bit higher in good, but not that much higher. What's wrong with the good tier? Oh my god, you piece of shit. Yeah, I know, right? Look, here's what I said, though, Feta. Any game on the Sega gets the Sega tax. The Sega tax can go up 2 tiers. If something from Sega made it into the good tier, that means it's an exceptional Sega game. Poor Altered Beast. But I'd rather play Altered Beast than Mega Man 1. Cruel but fair. Well, Bram Stoker's Dracula is a top-tier game, though. I think I'm going to move Star Fox down a little. Honestly, I have a lot of nostalgia for Star Fox, but I'd probably rather play these games more than it. God, this is so tough. It's like picking which of your children you love more, but there's tons of them. And you have to order them all. It's like the same nightmare that you're subjecting yourself to over and over again. I think I like Sanitarium more than Strangeland and Space Quest. I like Super Punch-Out a lot, too, though. And one of them's Punch-Out. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm happy with Tattletale here. I feel like Tattletale was surprisingly fun over a lot. Like, these are all... Realistically, these are still great games. Like, we don't pick a lot of bad games. I didn't play Tomb Raider this year. Tomb Raider probably would have been in the good game category, though, not the meh. Tomb Raider 2 would have been in meh. Let's leave it here for now. And I'll look and see. Because, I think I can work my way down and be like, okay, did Zaxby's Apples... Did I have more fun with that than any of these? Yeah, I did. Bram Stoker had summoned me back from heading over to the T-Prep. People are just taking shots, Rat. Yeah, Die Hard Trilogy is where it belongs, just barely etching it out behind Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Well, this is intense music for intense decisions to be made. Okay. Let's stop on this for right now and go up to the next tier. We'll work there. So what is the worst of the games in this tier? Oh, this is getting so hard. Holy shit, this just got really hard. Because now these are, like, genuinely good games. You think Lifeline? Michigan... Well, this... And remember, this is fun for me. I have a weird like for Lifeline for some reason. Neverhood might go down. Think of the end of Lifeline. I haven't beaten it yet. I want to, though. All it takes is you typing out the words Lifeline, and Mangs is audibly laughing in the background. What more do you need to know? I really, like, I'm thinking to myself, okay, would I rather play this or this? Oh, man. And, like, I mean, it could be based on what I'm feeling right now. Like, Halls of Torment is really fun. I really like that game. I kind of want it to be higher. Lifeline is great, though. Just going into other Lifeline streams and see people angrily yell is always fun. And again, remember, this is not fun for stream. This is me having fun on my own time. Like, let's say stream wasn't live and I had to pick between these two games. Which one would I, more times than not, want to play? And some of these still feel so wrong. Like, this game kicks ass. I don't know why I'm not putting it higher. I guess it's because like, maybe I'll put it over Pizza Tower and Meat Boy, but not over Sopranos. Like, oh. Yeah, I've got 2 of the King's Quest games on. I think, what? King's Quest V is in my top tier. Who's that guy? What are we talking about? Oh, Curse of the Moon. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, which is the, like, smaller game to Bloodstained Ritual of the Moon. Don't remember that one? I was very short. I didn't actually remember that I played it. I'm going to put Quest 64 above I'm going to put Quest 64 above a lot of these games. I like Quest 64. Fuck you guys. Okay. All right. Bad Ben was really funny. Oh. I'm all over the place right now, man. I am all over the place. Yeah, maybe Lifeline would be a little lower. I don't know what any of the games are. Well, Taco, that's because you're usually drunk when you're here. Oh, no. I'd rather play the Souls games and G.I. Joe and Donkey Kong. I don't know. Maybe go right here. Is Donkey Kong in the right spot? Oh, no. The music's getting more intense as we go, as the decisions are getting harder for me. God, I do love Phantasmagoria 2, though. More than Resident Evil 2, though? Ugh. Resident Evil 2 over Dino Crisis? That's the remake. And Resident Evil 3 is down here. Yeah, but it's still Resident... Oh, man. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I would still rather play Code Veronica. What about Lord of Thunder? Is he where he needs to be? Maybe he needs to go down a little bit. Monster Attack, maybe after Control, but above Michigan. Maybe... Oh, man. God Hand, eh? God, I do like God Hand. Thank you, Mangs. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Telltale Jurassic Park is wicked sweet. I liked that one. Kingsfield 4 I liked a lot, too. Here's to Fathom is good, but I don't think it was above Resident Evil 2. Breath of the Wild was great. Hey, Mangs, I think you are a little drunk. You were not in Anon mode right there. You have had one too many wines. You are no longer in anonymous mode. Thank you for gifting that sub to our friend Afro. I appreciate that. Afro, welcome aboard again and enjoy them. It's not the literal bottom. It's above Neverhood. Hold on. I'm working here. Let the man work. I can't feel pressured, okay? I'm sculpting. These are some great meme games, man. Some great meme games here. I'm hearing wine burps coming from back there. Did you forget Bug's Life? You mean this one right here? That one back in the meh category? Hey, you can take away from this. A Bug's Life is still better than A Devil in Me. Hide the box. Oh, she doesn't buy the box wine. She only gets the good stuff. Don't see any Tomb Raider. That's because this is only the games from 2023. Yes, only the games from 2023. All right. This is getting pretty close. Sims 1 might go down a little bit. Not that much. I mean, I do really like Breath of the Wild, so I don't want to put it too low. Just giving you shit. Hey, I never know. I never know. Anything's possible out there. I think this is about where Amanda belongs, to be honest. Problem is, Michigan should probably be a shit dumpster fire. And Lifeline should probably be a shit dumpster fire, but I do have fun playing them. Like, I'm thinking to myself while I'm playing them, how much fun am I having? I love that the Grinch is above Tears the Kingdom. Yeah, so is Don't Shit Your Pants. Completely agree. Don't worry, it's still better than A Bug's Life. No, so Dropkick, the metric here is how much fun I have playing the game, not how much fun it is to stream. So, like, while I'm actively playing. Yeah, and that's tough to say, Addy. I think we're going to have to dethrone Michigan. I think Michigan might actually have to come down. But, like, I'd rather play Michigan than Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, so this is what I can do. I can scroll down and be like, all right, which ones of these would I rather play? I think he goes right there in the good tier. And, like, Ghost feels rough, but I had fun playing it. But it's like I had fun playing these games, too. Aside from Charles Barkley. It's true, but, like, there's still stuff to laugh about in Michigan. But, yeah, no, I mean, it is... Even on stream, there's kind of a dead middle part that I get bored on, so... I feel like maybe God Hand needs to dip down a little, too. Like, would I rather play God Hand or Code Veronica? I don't know. It's a tough question. I think I'm going to leave God Hand there. Okay. Let's tentatively hold on the great category and move up to excellent. So, worst of the excellent games. Shit, they're all so good. Those are, I think, maybe Cities 1. Well, Cities 1 I had more fun with than City 2000. Yoshi's Island's good, though. Boom, 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 boom. You know, it's good. Is that Cities 2? Shit, you're right. It's got a more sleek logo. Like, I could just pick up Yoshi's Island and play it whenever. I mean, I could pick up any of these games in Excellent and play it whenever, which is the problem. What if it would take to tackle a new Yakuza game this year? A Miracle of God. Yeah. Yeah, I think Sega would have to come down from the heavens above and touch my PP. I'll give him a call. Okay. Yeah, see what you can work out. No, I like the Yakuza. Like, I've played Yakuza 0 on stream, and I just found it to be a difficult stream because it was in all Japanese. So it was subtitles in English, and anybody not reading the whole time was just totally lost. There was a lot to do. And most people at the time were, if you hadn't played the game, were just lost. So, I mean, maybe it's not impossible that I would try it again. I think some of the newer ones have English, don't they? Always get Vane in here to poorly translate every 8th word. Jeez. Only there was an excellent turn-based one with an English dub. I wish it existed and was in my Steam library, Psycho. Oh, wait, it is. Because they put it on sale, like, 2 months after it came out for 50% off. I think I'm going to put Red Dead... I don't know. Red Dead 2 was genuinely fun to play. We're just going to have to pick around at this a little bit. And just see where things fall. Just try to see where they fall and sort through that way, because it is getting very tough. I think that must have knocked him out, yeah. Either that or he's I don't know, stepped away. I wouldn't have consumed the wine if I knew it was good enough for cooking. You could have told that after a sip, couldn't you have? Man, this is so tough. It's just like some fucking classic games. It feels dirty not to have them up. I don't know, man. I don't know. These are tough. And it's like this is how I feel about playing them. Like if I was just playing them on my own. The music stopped, didn't it? What happened to the music? What's this one? This one looks a little intense. What about this one? This is so tough. Singer, this is not your song. Like open doors? God, I'm having such a hard time with this. It's like I look at any one of these games and go, "Ooh, I love that game." I mean, these top 5 are just all excellent. Like, I could play any of these games at any point, and I would feel equally satisfied, I think. The Baldur's Gate 3 streams went by really fast. Like, when I was playing this game, I didn't want to take breaks. I just wanted to keep playing. I got really good memories with Battletoads. I think that might be it there. I really loved Battletoads. It's so hard though, DOS, because there's times where Jagged Alliance 3 was more fun. And then there's this. Like, are these guys really next to each other? I don't know. Was Aliens Dark Descent really better than Grimrock 2? I don't know. Some of my favorite streams? Yeah, no, there are a lot of people, those are iconic streams. Because they were great. The process of learning that game and playing it was so much fun. I think Diablo 2 is better than Baldur's Gate 3. Red Dead 2 is a weird one, too. Because I had a lot of fun playing it. I think I need to move it down, though. I think it would probably go back down here. How much do I love Yoshi's Island? Would I rather play Yoshi's Island or Parasite Eve? It just depends what mood I'm in. Is it? I don't think we played Grimrock with a guide. Grimrock 2? I might have had some people in chat to help, though, but I really enjoyed Grimrock 2. I have found that I have a love for grid dungeon crawlers. That's what I'm working on in my spare time right now. But I also love strategy games. I love Diablo. And city builders. And point and clicks. Fuck me, dude. This is so hard. I think this might be it. Use maps later to find... Oh, that's right. We did. That's right. Okay, so I could have beaten the game without it. But there were a couple secrets. Yeah, you're right. I wanted to get everything, because I wanted 100% the game. You're totally right. This might be it. This might be it. I'm not sure if I'm seeing anything else that needs changed. It's kind of emotional to look at. So many of my favorite games, and then pitting them against each other. Trying to put them on some sort of metric. Dude, maybe going left or right was a mistake. All right, Taco, whatever you do, just be safe. You're done, can you please click save? Yes, yes, I will. Yep. I'm pretty happy with the shit tier. I'm pretty happy with the meh tier. It gets a lot harder in the good tier. Like, Minnesota Fats to me is a game that could... We're talking about the Sega CD one with the fucking real-time cutscenes of his ass up there talking shit, blathering like an idiot. That could easily be an excellent game. You know, Ghost of Tsushima could easily be an excellent game. But I think there's just so many games up here that are excellent. And if we're trying to pit them against each other, we really have to look at the enjoyment factor. I think any game in the excellent tier was something special to me. Oh, this is going to hurt right here. I think I'm going to move Red Dead 2 to the top of great. To me, it doesn't, like, I look at these and it doesn't belong. Now you're crazy. I mean, I had an excellent time with it, man. But I had an excellent time with every game in here. And these games are just like, this is like a top 10 list for me almost. Unsubbing. It's over. Oh man, maybe I do need to move a Lifeline down. Like, would I rather play Lifeline or Gabriel Knight? It's my all-time favorite game. Say, that's cool. I like it too. Glad one Genesis. All right, let's go over the list for you, Rat. Hold on a second. Where are the Genesis games? Where did Genesis at? So no Genesis games that I see made it into the excellent tier, but that's okay. In the great tier for Genesis, we have Phantasy Star 4. It was one of the Sega consoles. I don't remember if it was Genesis or Master System. That shit always confuses me. I thought there was another one up here. And then we've got Altered Beast in the good tier with Arcus. Oh, there is another one up here. Lords of Thunder is also in great. That was a very good game. And then we've got Altered Beast. And there should be one more in here. The fuck is it? And Arcus Odyssey. What kind is that? I'm sorry, what kind of what? This can't be real. Yoshi's Island and excellent, and Red Dead 2 and great. What don't you like about Yoshi's Island? What's wrong with Yoshi's Island? I mean, they're very close together. This is not like my all-time rating either. This is fun for me. It's awful. What? Yoshi's Island is like everything the first Mario for Super Nintendo did, but better. Arcus and Lords. What type of game? Oh, okay. Arcus was a Arcus Odyssey was a top-down shooter. Sort of. It looked like this, where you had weapons. It was kind of gauntlet-y. Like, I know you can't see these too well. We played this one just recently. What's up, Goob? It's in near the top 5. There are 5 different characters you could play as. I thought this was a neat game, but it did get a little silly, which is why... I guess there was a Super Nintendo version. And what was the other one? Lords of Thunder is a shump, sort of. With an amazing soundtrack. This game was very fun. This was a grunt recommendation. Holy fuck, this music is getting a little intense. Let me just take a couple nodules off of it. So Jagged Alliance for me was number 4. Right now. It's tough. I might be fudging Dragon Age Origins because it is an all-time favorite of mine, but I don't know how much fun I would have playing it again. Because I've already seen all the dialogue, so there's like no surprise or twists or turns for me. If we're talking purely on stream engagement, I think I might move Dragon Age down quite a bit. I think I might move this bad boy up a little bit. I liked Might and Magic. We're going to move Resident Evil 2 up. Oh, see, he's starting to touch the tiers of God here, though. Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man X. I don't know if Resident Evil 2 can go beyond that. I can't believe this. He's going insane! Like, these are the highest of the high games, though. Like, it's still up there with immortal classics like Parasite Eve and Yoshi's Island and Silent Hill 2. Yes, Resident Evil 2 is quite a bit better than the first one. And I don't think that gap is properly represented here. I haven't played enough excellent games to fit in between. No, Inscription wasn't on the list. I think it's been... Has it been more than a year since we've played it? What makes Jagged Alliance better than Dragon Age Origins? For fun, I found the strategy combat to be way more engaging in Jagged Alliance. Dragon Age Origins combat is not all that fun. Jagged Alliance, to me, is a very unique... to me, is a very unique combination of XCOM-like strategy with the overworld map. I found that overworld map to be really charming. The fact that each one of those nodes, kind of like in Wasteland, represents a whole map that you can go and explore in-game, that was fucking cool. Like, I enjoyed every minute that I played Jagged Alliance. Every single minute of it. Yeah, it really hit the spot for me. Hey, Anonymous, I would be surprised if Mangs did this one, but we'll go with the meme. Mangs, thank you for gifting that sub to. Mangs is #1 follower. I appreciate that. That seems like either, I don't know, it's probably a Woogie. A Woogie Anon sub. Very clever. Appreciate that, though, Mangs. And welcome aboard, Mangs. Mang is #1 follower. I never do. I don't know. I've seen you do things for the memes, though. This is sketching me a little bit here too. Because Gabriel Knight, these are great games. They are great games. Maybe I need to shift some more, but these are great games too. This might be it. I might just be at an impasse here. Do we want to put a fork in this? Does this look solid to you guys? Save and ship it? I think so. No, wait. It's like what they want us to feel when we are at the end of a Hoarders episode. Oh no, you really are drunk. Analysis paralysis. I think you're right. I think you're right. I feel like I like Dark Souls games a lot more than just great, but we don't have my favorite Dark Souls games on here, so I say this is pretty damn good. There might be some adjustments that could be made, but let's call that pretty damn good. All right. Togi's 2023 game list. List rankings. See title. All right, I don't know what's gonna pop up here. Let me hide that. Download image. Let's see how this looks in Discord. Will this be big enough to appreciate in Discord? Yeah, I think you can see that. Leaves a man at the bottom of tier after letting him cook. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that'll work. Amanda is at the bottom of great. Are you serious? It's at the bottom of great. Amanda the Adventurer is above Ghosts of Tsushima, Afro. It's above the Final Fantasy VII Remaster. It's above Resident Evil 3 Nemesis and RoboCop and Gabriel Knight and Quest 64! That's crazy. That's an Itachi.io game, isn't it? Maybe it's on Steam. Freaking crazy. Looks beautiful opening the browser. Chef kiss. There we go. We've got it saved. And hopefully this shows you guys a little bit more about how I really feel about some of the games we play. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it just muddles things. We got 2 hours. What do we want to do for 2 hours? Bram Stoker's Dracula, maybe? A replay of Nickelodeon Guts? The world is quite literally our oyster. City Skylines. Dignan, when did you become such a fanatic? A City Skylines fanatic. It was pretty high on the list. Yeah, I mean, Quarry, I just think had good production value, but some of the choices were very upsetting for me. Tome, now you reaching. Now you're fucking reaching. Ugh. All right, well, I saw City Skylines. I know Addy won't complain about more cities. I know he won't. Let's see here. Hentai Survivors. Sex with Hitler 2. All right, we'll do a little cities. Cities. Skylines 2. Let's see, play. Holy shit. Oh, the energy zapped out of me from that intense focus and concentration. It's got me yawning.